in the future, this game will not be made in theaters, at least according to commercials in '97.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter. We started streaming just a tiny bit early. We're gonna hang out on the menu screen and wait for people to file in.
Yeah. And if you guys want to ask any questions, feel free. We're just here to be dorks and play a Final Fantasy VII demo. So
this is also your chance to tell us if the audio is working.
Yeah. If it isn't, then we're fucked, boys. But I am gonna say, just a heads up. Don't mention a certain incident happening in the world, possibly involving things.
There's my phone.
Things, or else ban stuff. You know. So yes, there is a thing.
So
Will.
here's the thing.
Yes, I'm going to say "here's the thing" a lot, probably, and I accept this.
It's his catchphrase.
This is my curse. I've learned to accept this curse. But we're back with a live stream after a year. So we did actually record more videos. We have more in the pipeline, actually.
Yep.
We just have to release them.
Yeah, been getting them together. You guys can look forward to us playing some more Mega Man, some Chrono Trigger, and some other goofy stuff.
Yeah, basically we got a lot of stuff there. I can't wait for the surprise. The surprise. But, yeah, no, I decided to actually do the FF7 demo. So, let's go in a little backstory. Final Fantasy VII was the first Final Fantasy I ever played.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, this was the first one. I had familiarity with JRPGs. Before this, I played Pokemon, of course. That's my first real JRPG, if I'm being honest. I know.
So wait, were you playing Final Fantasy VII when it was new?
No, I was actually a couple years older. So, here's the thing. I got it when the PlayStation 2 dropped.
Okay. So that's like 2000 about.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until it was like 2008.
I didn't really have a really huge gamer experience until I got into the PS2 thing. I didn't really consider myself a gamer until I got the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox all at once. I was one of those. Oh, hey, Ryan Johnson. Good to see you, boy.
Welcome.
Yeah. So I didn't start until being a really serious gamer until I got all three of those consoles. My parents were very nice. I'm just going to say that. But that's how I started. And FS7, though, I decided because I remember seeing commercials for it back in the day, and it made it look all epic in the commercials, and I always wondered what it was. And a lot of people love this game. It was talked about on like a bunch of things, and I was like, okay, I have to play this just to see what it's all about, and I did. And the lucky thing about me is I didn't get spoiled on a certain okay, look, how
we've gone back and forth on this where we're like, when is it okay to talk about spoilers? And I'm like, if the thing's been out for more than 6 months, it's all over the internet already.
All right.
And you were like, give
I
it
want to
years.
be
And
careful.
I'm like, really?
I want to be careful if I'm being honest, but okay. Let's talk about it. This game's been out for years, and a lot of it has either become a cliche or iconic. Iconically cliche.
Probably both.
Yes. But Aerith's death, I did not find out about until it happened in the game when I was playing.
See, I had a friend who was playing it when it was new, and he like texted me about it, and I'm like, wait, really?
Yes.
And I'm like, was that a character that you used? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, FF7 has always been...
Well, you know what's funny, actually? Is because I didn't actually see it happen. I didn't know what the game's graphics looked like, so I actually pictured it looking like Final Fantasy VI, with like a really tall boss sprite and like the little chibi characters.
That would be hilarious.
And like just like picture a giant like detailed Sephiroth sprite stabbing a tiny chibi.
I actually want a Final Fantasy remake where basically they take one of the modern Final Fantasies and make it 16-bit.
Didn't they do something weird? Not exactly like that with 15.
Kind of. They had the sprites made, but it wasn't like... Honestly, I think that game could actually be improved by demaking it. Because there's some good core concepts. Though the core concept I want to come from it is Tetsuro Nomura's vengeance upon the company who prevented him from making the game. You don't know... Kingdom Hearts 3, if you actually look at what materials available,
Yeah.
you can tell he is salty he didn't get to make that game.
It didn't get to make Kingdom Hearts 3, or didn't get to make 15?
Didn't get to make 15, or as it was originally known, Versus 13.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
He really put a lot of work into Noct and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, FF7 was my first Final Fantasy.
Wait, did the trailer for FF7 actually have her death in it?
I don't know. I never saw her death in any trailers. It maybe the scene was shown, but without the context of it, it could easily just be like, oh, she is knocked out in water. I don't know that's her death.
See, I didn't have a PlayStation for a long time, so I think I got a used PlayStation 1 like somewhere around like 2002 or 3, so I could play like Mega Man X4 through 6, because that's what I was all about. So I never played Final Fantasy until a friend of mine lent me Final Fantasy 9, and I played that around like 2006 or 7.
Yeah, well, Final Fantasy 7 was my first Final Fantasy, and that got me more into the JRPG genre. I then went to 10, and then I went all over the place in terms of...
Yeah, right. I played 9, 10, then went back to 7, and then 13.
Wow, that is terrible. That is awful. You poor soul.
But like after I had played 7 was when I discovered like Xenosaga, and then everything changed after that.
Well, anyway, none of the trailers I saw for FS7 ever showed anything past the first city, which is probably what this is going to be. So, one of the big controversies with this game is that this is not a complete remake, and that's kind of well known at this point. It's
right. Well, they're doing it in parts.
Yeah. Supposedly, it's only yes, Eris does die.
Thanks, Princess Luna.
Curse you.
I would have never known.
Curse you. No, clearly to mess with us, Tifa's gonna die this time, and her tits are just gonna float up in the water.
That was very graphic.
I know. It was horrible. I'm terrible. But, no.
Oh, man. Well, it's 9:28 on the system timer. You wanna get started?
Let's...
We can click the X button at least to start the demo. The reason why we've been waiting on this screen so long is I assumed that it would be all cinematic and just immediately start playing a video.
Well, it's Square Enix. I wouldn't be shocked at this point what they do, because this is kind of one of their things. So I know this is more hack and slash action-y, but I'm used to this. And
yeah, we're letting Dave play.
Yeah, I know.
We don't usually do that.
I play a bunch of the games, you rat bastard. I think, besides Bloodborne, I basically played every streaming game. You rat bastard.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, so you...
Anyways, start game.
No, now I'm just going to be mad. Okay, we're just going to start game. Okay.
Okay, so... Alright, good. We're getting the... Yeah, listen to that.
We'll do normal. Okay, and they clearly have a classic mode for if you want the...
Classic mode, yeah. I heard it's more like ATB type stuff.
Which I would be fine with trying out on some.
Well, you're the pilot right now.
Well,
you can
it's only normal. Or no. Oh, wait, hold it.
Yeah, buttons work.
Oh God, this is weird. I'm using the D-pad.
Yeah.
And not just to switch weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'll let the chat vote. What do you guys want me to do? Classic or normal? I'm not gonna do easy.
Okay, we're gonna have a little time delay here, so
yeah. So when we get about 3 or 4, we'll do either one. I'm willing to do normal.
Getting 3 or 4 votes out of the 3 or 4 people that are watching?
Probably. You know, I'm probably, well, you know, why don't we just do normal people, because, you know, this is
I would like to see normal, just because...
Yeah, if we want to do, if this demo's not too long, maybe we'll do classic just to try it out. But
I imagine it's going to take us like an hour or something, and that would actually make it the shortest live stream we've ever done.
At this point, yeah. Let's, alright, we'll do normal.
Now, I'm just going to put this out there, that if we're, like, you can start, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, Will, we're going to do normal. Thank you for voting classic. Alright, we're going to do normal.
It crossed my mind that because this might not be that long, we could actually start playing the original Final Fantasy VII, but then I remembered that I would have to do that on the PlayStation 3.
Oh, frickin' A.
Which is a pain in the butt to set up on the capture device.
Hello, waifu.
All right, let's see.
Okay. So
Now, let's talk about the faces in this game. Because they have a really, like, uncanny valley, like, doll-like look to them for me.
they look very much like action figures to me.
Yeah, well, because they're too perfect, you know?
Well, honestly...
Because they have, like, anime... Like, realistic anime proportions.
That's kind of Nomura's style. I think this is probably the truest
Yeah.
to his artwork it has ever been.
Well, it's like his current art style.
You know,
'Cause if you look at the original promo art for the characters...
I want an entire game that looks like a Yoshitaku Omano painting.
Oh, we are... Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't unleashed this episode yet, but there is a Chrono Trigger episode where I talk about what Final Fantasy should be.
Yeah.
And it's a Yoshitaka Amano painting in 3D.
But no, that Eris is very, very pretty. And honestly, this is something that has been a long time coming on some level. And Square really didn't want to do this, but 15 was such a clusterfuck.
Yeah, it sounded like it. Like, I haven't touched Final Fantasy in such a long time. Now, and it's really just the faces, because the rest of the rendering is, so detailed and realistic.
Honestly,
and it's like...
This is what I wanted
let's look at
15 to look like.
Shinra Electric Power Company.
It's so beautiful and big and awesome, and my god, this is what I thought of when I saw the commercials of FF7 back when I was a kid.
Oh no, this is what the game looked like in your mind when you played it.
It's like kind of like that nostalgia of something you didn't have but suddenly have, and of course they're doing the iconic train scene, which
yeah, like there's a part of me that wants to like get in on this one because I was very late to the party on the original.
Look, and
we'll see. There's not a lot of money in the game budget these days, but
well, I thank God I bought a 2 terabyte hard drive for my PS4. You have no idea.
Yeah, look at these. I got my helmet from Tom Clancy.
God, those guys are so Splinter Cell, but that's how they looked in the original game too, actually. So,
oh yeah.
Then again, I just think of them as Zaku's.
It's so funny that it's like, oh, it's Final Fantasy, and the words kind of evoke this idea of like knights and dragons, and then it's like, nope, here we are in the halfway to Ghost in the Shell.
Honestly, that's kind of what I dig about it. Hey, Barrett. Good to see you around.
So, I was looking it up, and they actually... All the voices in this game appear to be new.
Yeah, no.
They don't have the Advent Children voice actors anymore.
No, you're not wrong. And here's the thing. The Advent voice actors are actually still being used.
Where?
In other stuff. Right now, I don't know. I think it's like in one of the spin-off things. But right now, okay, we're going to go into battle. Let's see how this works. Okay, so sword.
Because I did watch some live streams of this a little bit, but I didn't actually play it myself.
Punisher mode. Okay, resume.
Yeah, get him. See, square buttons attack.
Okay.
And they are super dead.
Yep. I'm now level 7. I have spells, apparently.
You start at level 7.
Yeah, no, that's actually not too. Wow. Items. Cool. Potion. Ether.
Yeah, they got
Ether,
you there.
whatever.
You're all set up.
This does remind me of FF15 and how it did some things.
Yeah, I hear it's kind of a mixture of 15 and 13.
I have to try that out. I want to see how the multiple party mechanic, if there is any, works.
Oh no, you can tag characters mid-battle.
Good.
So right now you only have Cloud, but when Barrett joins, you can switch between them with the D-pad.
Alright. Alright, by attacking once bars fill, your character can perform special actions. Okay, let's try this.
So, actually, based on the live streams, I did watch some other people live stream this. I really like Cloud's new voice. Like, he perfectly nails the kind of, like, stoic, half-emo, yet tough character that he's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I will say...
And the banter with him and Barrett is phenomenal.
Ooh,
Just wait for it, though.
I gotta check that out when that shows up. Also, I probably should mention, they also changed Japanese voice actors, too.
Really? Is there any reason why that would be?
It occasionally happens in productions to feel different. They also did that with Ghost in the Shell, when that got a remake a couple years ago. It was the OVA series, if anybody remembers that. I try not to. Oh god. Okay, let's see.
Oh, so like what? R1 defense. Circle dodges.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting some Crisis Core vibes. You might want to do something about the camera and the pillar.
I'm good.
You're good. Yeah. So one thing that I know just from like looking at this before is the gauge beneath their life bar is basically a break gauge. And I get to call it a break gauge because that is from Xeno.
It does,
but it's the stagger gauge from Final Fantasy 13.
So there is one huge improvement from 15 is that, my god, it actually pauses when you're about to cast a spell, so it makes you feel like you have more choice. Oh god.
If you pay attention, I don't think it stops time. It's just very slow motion.
Yeah, no, but that's better than what 15 had.
So wait, in 15 you're like fiddling with a menu while things.
Yes.
That's exactly how I like to play my turn-based games.
It's not necessarily turn-based, but it is very annoying. And spells were terrible in that game, if you actually know how they worked.
You find boxes of the shit. So we need to go destroy crates.
Okay. Cool. God, I feel like I'm back in the 90s, because she has, like, the most 90s-ass character design.
That is the most 90s anime design. Everybody with, like, their red bandanas.
Yeah, red bandanas, armor. I feel like I'm looking at an anime OVA that didn't get made until now.
It's Biggs and Wedge.
Yep. As always.
When it's done, we're done.
Cloud.
You disappointed the nice fat kid.
I'm glad how Cloud is portrayed too far. They're not doing totally joyless, which is good.
So yeah, apparently there's a lot of voice lines even in this demo. So if you choose to keep talking to characters over and over.
Yeah. Barrett has a great design here, actually. I really like it. I dig it.
Come on. Nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
Not interested.
Shuts him down.
I'm not interested in this. Let me get through this. This is just a job. That's good on this one. I'm actually enjoying this because a lot of people were afraid because the previous new 7 installments really overdid like how they kind of flanderized a bunch of the characters.
I would say everyone got that after a while.
Oh yeah. Well, the compilation movie and Advent Children were really bad. Honestly, though, if they remade the Advent Children plot, I wouldn't mind that.
Advent Children was a flashy, fun action movie, but its story was so shallow that it kind of is a disservice to the main game. And that's the thing I noticed about that's the flanderization you were talking about, is that, like, the original Final Fantasy VII is actually pretty nuanced, and I think that's why it's so beloved.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, so...
Operator mode, Punisher
he's,
mode.
super dead.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so I guess, like, Punisher mode is, like, melee counters.
Brave. Huh? Okay, let's see this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes!
And he's staggered.
Oh, I love this.
You're doing 160% damage at stagger.
Ah.
Oh, and they do like the fighting game thing where you can see the red bar on how much damage you've done.
You're an evil fantasy dog, not a real dog. I'm okay with killing you.
That's okay. He dissolved right back into the live stream. You gave back to Gaia what is Gaia's.
You're not wrong. There's our bros. Yo. Okay. All right. I do not like one thing because
Scarfy says we have an echo. I'm going to turn down the TV volume just a little.
Sorry,
we don't have the fanciest setup over here.
Look,
outer space.
Yes, outer space, aka we'll work on getting better equipment later.
We're gonna, hey, we get somewhere else. We're gonna soundproof it. There you go.
Yeah, that would be nice. But this is one improvement right off the bat.
We can't be professional YouTubers where we each have like individual headsets that pipe in the game's audio, so the TV is actually muted.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Good.
Shinra Doggo.
Yep.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, it's very detailed.
I love it. I hate it. And AT strong.
So it's strong attack,
Abilities.
braver, focus thrust.
Let's do.
Okay, so
Let's do this.
I can't tell if your limit break gauge is filling up yet or not.
Probably not. I imagine it'll be like a tutorial of like, you know...
Oh, no, it is filling up.
Okay.
I did hear something that it resets at the end of every battle, so you don't keep a full limit gauge into the next fight the way you used to in the original game.
That's probably fair. Let's see. Braver! And honestly, if they're using these abilities, that's actually fine.
Well, I mean, spoiler alert, your primary limit break in this demo is cross-slash.
Oh, how could that be? It's not like it was that in the original game or something.
I mean, they didn't even have it in Super Smash Brothers. Wait.
But now I'm actually this so far this feels really good. It feels like it actually feels
That's right, Vincent Asuna. The dog is stronger than the soldiers.
it actually feels a lot better than I think. Honestly, you don't know. FF15 was such a frustrating game for me, and this just feels like, oh, all those ideas you guys had, they actually can work if you put some good material in.
Some good materia?
Materia, yes. All the materia.
Oh, man.
God. And
Oh,
the
we got a reactor
cinematography is... Oh,
So if you're looking there, that shot was straight from the original game. That was like one of the pre-rendered maps you'd run on.
But
Yep.
I hear they make good
Oh, we get buried.
too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako's store?
I don't remember him having sunglasses in his original design, but besides that, he really looks like a come-to-life version of the original design.
honestly, it feels just like a more detailed design. I like the glasses. It gives him a bit more character.
I just figured he gets like really high before he goes on missions.
I don't like that they're trying to hint at... Oh, nah, you know what? They hinted at, like, Cloud not being what he is earlier in the game. I'm being a little bitch now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be fair to the remake instead, because...
I am curious how certain storytelling moments are going to play out, since they, you know, not to elaborate too much on it, but some of the storytelling techniques in the original game were to tell the same story multiple times, and each time changing certain details until you got to the true story.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could get really awkward in this format, but we'll see how they handle it.
Honestly, I'm curious. Cloud's... Because here's
Cloud's got a really good facial model.
Okay, so with Cloud's model ship, you can switch between his balance operator mode and his attack or in Punisher mode. Okay, so, alright. Okay,
He moves slowly but unleashes more powerful attacks than usual.
alright.
We can take it.
Punish!
So whenever you see it say pressured underneath their gauge, that means like you should press your attack.
I kind of want Cloud.
If they didn't die so easy.
I kind of want Cloud to have a Punisher skull just appear on his chest when he enters that mode. You know, add the full effect, man.
Now, so Scarpy the Strange says he's comparing this to the Prima Strategy Guide images.
Honestly,
Yeah, let us know how that works out.
I'm just gonna go over here and break all these boxes.
You know, I'm kind of happy they're doing this instead of Final Fantasy 16 right now.
Honestly, I don't... 16... From what I hear, it looks like they're getting the FF14 people to make 16. And it doesn't...
So, wait, another MMO?
I don't think it's gonna be an MMO. I
Go
think
break
it's
more
gonna
stuff
be...
while you're
I think
talking.
it's gonna be an actual full-on game, just...
Oh.
They're having them develop it because they're basically Square's eternal savior at this point.
Yeah, I bet those MMOs make bank.
Oh, no. They basically...
Like, it doesn't matter what happens to like Kingdom Hearts or to Final Fantasy 15
So-
because Final Fantasy
Cloud can't
14
slice these boxes, so I assume they're the most powerful armor in the game. So Cloud clearly needs to wear box armor and become the box knight.
Dude, you're just giving me flashes of Metal Gear Rising where I would go up and try to cut everything in the game, and it would cut because it was that game.
Yeah. Let's...
Simmer down, hotshot.
No.
So he's not Bo Billingsley anymore. I don't remember the names of the people that are on this game now. Like I said already, I like Cloud's voice.
It's good
Yeah.
that we
And,
know someone who can get us the passcodes.
God, I feel like I've seen you in a live-action Japanese movie about fighting aliens at some point. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's what you do when you're a live-action Japanese movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
Careful in there.
Yeah. Honestly, this is kind of cool. Honestly, it is kind of cool because I also forgot how many characters are actually in the original game. Ooh, I found a tuft of Phoenix Downs. How handy. I wonder.
Yeah.
Looks like the elevator's on
Put
another
yourself
floor.
back together.
Mind pushing that button?
Sure, I'll push the button.
Oh,
Barrett,
good,
what do you
it's-
have to say?
It's only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
You know, Barrett's gun arm, like, it looks realistic, but it also, like, looks weird because of that, I think.
So, when I was a kid, it took me a while to figure out that the weapons actually have built-in materia slots. Like, the reason that Cloud actually has 2 holes in his sword, or those are for the materia.
Yeah.
But you can actually see it glowing on his sword in this game. Which is a cool fact, actually.
Scarfy the Strange says, no, Snake was in one of those boxes.
No! I killed Snake! Why?
Don't worry, you didn't kill Snake. Konami already did.
It's true.
Multiple times.
They kill him every decade, it seems.
Tifa and I.
Oh, cool. Tifa gets mentioned. But
Relationship status, it's complicated.
relationship status, I have to think about it.
All right, let's light a fire here. Do you ship Cloud and Tifa or Cloud and Aerith?
Let's see.
And is it Aerith or Aerith?
It's probably gonna be Aerith in this game, not Aerith.
Gainsborough.
I personally prefer Aerith because that's what I was exposed to first, but I'm not a dick about it.
Wait, listen to this guy's voice.
Sir,
Okay.
we are currently investigating.
That is totally
the same group that
an
made
anime
the
voice actor that I've heard a ton of times, and I don't remember his name.
Well, if somebody can in the chat look it up, I'm not gonna look it up for you guys.
I want to say he was like, well, I don't know why I remember this guy's name. He's Gohei Hiroma in Rurouni Kenshin, like the big dude in the first episode.
Oh,
He won-
that dude!
He's totally that dude.
Rick? I haven't thought about
But
that.
meanwhile, Barrett is on his soapbox.
Barrett, look, Barrett's just starting to, Barrett's just, starting his campaign nomination process, you know, like, he's getting ready, man. Though I would totally vote for Barrett. I mean, he has a gun for a hand.
You know,
I know he's protected.
yeah, normally I'm not one for environmental alarmism, but in this case, he's speaking the truth.
Environmental alarmism in this case, Shinra is a bunch of dicks.
Say that again.
Say that again.
He's very antagonistic towards Cloud here.
He was in the original.
More about the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, but it's like way more pronounced.
Well,
Now-
that's
now
because
that
they
he's,
also
like-
have voice actors, and it's properly
now that he's
translated.
now that he's 7 feet tall and in Cloud's face.
I will say this, like I said, nostalgia is there. I do feel like I've been here before.
Scarfy the Strange says Barrett has dog tags. Yes, he does. He's an ex-soldier, and not like soldier in all caps. He's like a military guy.
Yeah. Well, either that. I wonder if they'll do. I hope they do have the dying boss fight in this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say that whole story with Barrett is actually very interesting.
All the stories are actually pretty good. I just think that they kind of get
Except
lost
for
in the
Yuki
line.
Kisaragi.
Look, they get a look. Yuffie's actually is great comedic relief, and I hope for the entire stupid side quest where we have to invade her castle. But besides that, there's a couple things I want from this remake.
Kipa says we all know the true ship is Cloud and Zack. That's true.
Yeah, it's so true. Ally droid.
Actually, you know, like I kind of said before, I was playing Final Fantasy VII after it had been out for like 10 years, so it was... I feel a little bad feeling this way about it, but it was actually kind of like one of those things where I just felt like I had to play it just to know what people were talking about, rather than having like that personal experience.
Oh, okay.
Which is partly why I kind of want to like play this game when it does come out, just to be like, you know, this is my personal experience in Final Fantasy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all kind of had this, where it's like a game or a movie where everybody's been talking about it forever, and you're like, fine, I'll play it. And you do. Like, it was good and everything. But, yeah, it's that thing. Didn't they just tell you about, like, a lock-on command?
Yeah, no.
Tab R3.
It's actually, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's switching between them because there is a lock-on command, but you also switch with the D-pad, so it's both Lock on.
Wait, no, it's... Shouldn't it... Like, when you lock onto something, then you use the right
Oh,
stick?
that's fun. Okay.
Air combo.
Yeah.
I think Barrett is equipped with a cure materia.
Alright, I'll switch to him and we'll see. Hold it. I probably should.
You
Spells.
Can, no,
Oh!
see, if you use L2 and R2, you can change which character's menu you're in, so you can order him to cure you even if you're not playing as him.
Oh, that is useful!
Yeah, dude, it's still got Final Fantasy elements in it.
Now it feels like Final Fantasy, and oh my god, it feels like it's 15 without the
Wait.
crap.
Listen to Barrett.
Must have missed it.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. In one of the videos I was watching, after that battle ends, Barrett's like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Look what we have here.
Oh,
The laser security's
god.
great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless.
Like Barrett's in on the joke.
But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Dodging lasers, yeah.
Clearly we've dodged
I
all
mean,
the lasers.
Clearly, the Shinra Electric Power Company has a faulty power line in its laser grid.
It'd be like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Okay, R1 and...
Okay, you take negligible damage from the lasers, so I want you to just stand there and get hit, and listen to what Jesse has to say about it.
Okay.
No, keep going. She's got some, like, really stupid stuff she says later on.
Okay, I'll do. Alright, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stand here.
Just relax.
Alright.
Keep your cool. Sorry. Couldn't help
You
it.
bitch.
No, keep doing it.
I'm doing it. Stop hitting.
Soldiers sure can take a
Yeah.
beating. Still kicking, I see.
She take like 9 damage.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because we think we're trying to impress you, babe. Look at how much beating I can take.
Yeah, I can take all the beatings. Especially from Tifa.
shabby?
Oh, you walked out of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Damn
Let's-
it.
Okay. Let's see what
No, if you do it enough times, she asks you if you have a fetish.
Oh, wow. Oh, yep. Handy. That's good to know. You can actually use Barrett's cure skill outside of battle. Good. It
Yeah,
does feel like a...
so- Oh, hey, more lasers. Maybe we can, yeah, we can get her to say it.
I'm just gonna stand here.
He just needs a sun. There
Yup!
we go. I
Okay.
think she's got like one more thing. Yeah, like that might be the last thing she says, and then it cycles back.
They don't call those things sweet.
Alright.
You know, for some reason as a kid, it seemed really strange to have like a mixture of like magic and...
We can take this hunk of junk.
Oh, you don't have an ATB to use?
Junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in,
Okay. So...
Is that right?
I like how he's like, if we rush in, we die, and then you immediately rush in.
Yeah. Of course. I know what I'm all about.
But yeah, like as a kid, it seems so weird to have like magic in like a science fiction kind of setting, and so definitely like this kind of thing would have blown my mind.
Okay. Cool. Stagger, got it.
And now I'm a little older and wiser, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, fantasy is fantasy. You watch Star Wars, they have the Force. Don't try to pretend that ain't magic. All right, so what's Barry got? He's got attack and overcharge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use...
You got thunder.
Yeah?
so we knock it down again. No time to complain.
So this is not the enemy we use Thunder on. I remember the old school game.
Well, you're trying to stagger this one.
Ability.
This is the stagger tutorial. I give them credit. Like they're doing a really good job of taking what was essentially the original tutorial and turning it into a new tutorial.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get him.
Die.
Yeah, the stagger mechanic is very Final Fantasy 13. I remember like you'd build them up with like the magic attacks, and then they'd stagger, and then you'd send your melee guy in there. I just remember like Snow uppercutting a behemoth into the air and then leaping up and air comboing it.
That's cool. Honestly, I do like the Devil May Cry feel, honestly. And this game...
Oh, no, it feels so good with like a character like Cloud and his huge sword.
This is probably the best Berserk game I ever played. And now I got that joke out of the way and I feel good about myself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's totally accurate. I remember hearing that the reason for Cloud's big sword was so that it would stand out amidst the low polygon graphics of the PS1.
That makes sense. I could eat...
Yeah. it was
Like,
just
oftentimes character designs are actually dependent on what resources you have and what you gotta do to make them stand out.
Yeah, it's the old thing that Mega Man's blue, because that was the largest color palette on the NES.
Yeah, that makes...
I love that. Like, I'm a little sad that technology has advanced as far as it has, because I think people were really creative with a limited toolbox, and now that they have so much at their disposal, it's actually harder for them to be creative.
Well, honestly, the one that I always think about is the infamous Hulk, actually.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. The Hulk became green because it was easier to print that than it was to print gray consistently.
Yup. Because...
See, Hal and Dave play... What the heck were we playing?
We were playing a lot of things. I don't know when that was.
No, it was the Marvel superheroes, War of the Gems. That's
yeah,
what it was.
War of the Gems. You can also probably see my best Here's the Thing ever.
Yes, because the entire episode was... Wait. Did you hack enough boxes to make sure you got everything, or...?
Yeah. Let's see.
Barrett, you're phasing out of existence.
Yep. Barrett just,
I pity the fool who phases through me.
Oh! Robots!
Robots.
Abilities. Braver!
Renault Discordia says, it feels so good with his big sword. Hashtag Hal likes the shaft. No, I just like big swords, thank you. I don't do pole arms. Oh, yeah, Barrett got lasered.
Yeah.
You just like have a moment where you cut back to him, you see him get lasered, and he just drops dead, and you see Frieza over there.
Yay, Barrett, we killed things. We could be a good team, you and I, Barrett.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier about how I'm kind of glad that they're doing this instead of like the next Final Fantasies. They've done so many games, and they all kind of start to blur together, at least for me.
Honestly, I'm happy they're doing this because there hasn't been a remake of a lot of their Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
6 really deserves a better remake than the one it got currently.
Well, because like they've done some really good stories in the past, and these days it starts to feel like a lot of their new stories are just kind of like knocking off some of their old stories without as much direction.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that. I actually do agree.
Something to be said when Lightning gets a Cloud outfit at one point.
You're not wrong. I
kind of liked 13 because I liked the... Wow, watching you phase through Barrett just killed me.
Yeah.
But I like the back and forth between Snow and Lightning.
My issue with Lightning is that she really doesn't have good motivation, especially in comparison to Cloud, actually. Because the thing about...
She was meant to be a female Cloud. Well, she's fighting for her little sister, and she doesn't approve of her little sister's badass, fiance.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the thing.
All right, Mr. T wants us to go blow this place up.
Let's
blow this place up.
Like, if you actually think about Lightning and her character, she really has no depth, and I hate saying that. But, there's...
She's, just emotionally repressed, and that's kind of her main trademark.
Yeah, but if you... Look, and to say this, look, if you want a great Final Fantasy heroine, you always have Terra from FF6, who is awesome, and has a great backstory, and you even have a great secondary female lead in Celeste in that game, too. So, believe it or not, like... flashback!
It's a black feather.
I wonder if we're gonna get...
Wait. Sephiroth doesn't have black feathers.
Shh. It's foreshadowing. Or we're either gonna fight Sephiroth, or if spoilers are true...
You get to choose this.
We'll do 30 minutes.
That long
I-
enough for you?
You hear that? Mr. T thinks you're a pussy.
I am a pussy. But I...
You double crossing!
He is so ready to shoot Cloud in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Heads up.
All right, here's Mecha Scorpion, whatever.
And here is the lightning one I was thinking about.
Now I turned down our volume so we wouldn't get as much of an echo. You're welcome, Space Cadets. But
The internals can be over.
this is actually like a really great orchestral remix of the main boss theme from Final Fantasy VII. Scorpion Sentinel, he's called now. But yeah, like Cloud and Barret, like especially when they're done like this, like pay attention to their banter. They're such good characters, and I can see why people just adore this to this day. And that's why I'm like, why do you keep making new stuff when you have all these great characters you can capitalize on?
Oh, no, there's a lot of good characters in FF that are just...
So I'm super happy that this is a thing. And I think they're doing it right. Like, I know there's... Well, it'll come out eventually. There's a Chrono Trigger episode where we kind of talk about what I had an idea for what a Final Fantasy game could be. And essentially it was like, what if you adapted Yoshitaka Amano's kind of ink brush art style into 3D? Because the technology is definitely there. And keep like the classic ATB style. And that'd be really cool too. But for like what this game is, this really works.
God, I want to use X, but I know that's the wrong thing!
What, the command menu?
Yeah. It's...
Dude, if I were playing, I'd just be like square, square, triangle, and I'd be like, why am I not the god of war?
Oh, God. New phase!
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Yeah, because oh, are you out of MP?
Yeah, well, that's why we have others.
Yeah.
Or go down in flames.
Wow. So I played a whole bunch of like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch recently, and coming from that to this is pretty wild, because while that game is definitely a fun RPG, it's got some performance issues and never quite reaches like 1080 in terms of resolution. So like this game is looking like super sharp and gorgeous to my eyes.
No effect on target.
Scarfy the Strange says, press X to beat the boss.
Yes, clearly.
Damn it. No good.
Try attacking from behind.
There's gotta be a weak point somewhere.
Let's see.
Vincent Asuna says, use fire on the field generator.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down.
So wait, you have multiple targets you can hit?
That's a good point.
Give it everything you've got.
Yeah, you use the like menu slow-mo to see what you can do. This is probably the fight where your limit break finally fills up.
I'm trying to think here because what do I do to switch targets again? Is it L1 or R?
I mean, if you go into the menu, you could probably see.
Yeah, hold it. Give me a sec while I potion up Cloud here.
Yeah, keep him alive.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I watched someone live stream this where they let them get down to like 100 HP, and they're like, oh no, we're dying.
I'm waiting.
Princess Luna says we should attempt diplomacy.
No, that's probably not going to work.
What is this, Undertale? Use the talk command.
Keep it together.
And Ryan Johnson says to chip damage it to death.
Chip damage!
That sounds like something I would try. Just because I'm hard-headed that way.
You are very hard-headed.
I am. No, I've done that with, like, Dark Souls bosses and that kind of thing, where, like, I'm under-leveled, but I will somehow just, like, chip damage them with a million butt stabs until they go down.
Let's see. Abilities. Braver!
So, just based on what I can tell, is you got the pressure, on them, and once you've broken them, or I guess staggered, I'm gonna keep calling it break forever because like there's an identical mechanic in like the Xeno games. But once you've broken them, then that's probably when you can do the maximum damage. So save your limit break for that point.
Yeah, we're... Okay.
Thundersphere. Suddenly I get flashes of fighting the Kezu in Monster Hunter.
Potion, potion! I will say this does definitely feel tougher than the old one, but it's not bad tough.
Ryan Johnson says, it's feeling a lot of pressure. Exams are coming up and it hasn't studied.
Staggered!
Dude, I still have nightmares about that.
Oh, now I wish limit break.
Lay into it. Cross slash.
No, I have
And
to.
now we go all cinematic. So I'm really curious if they can keep this up the whole game.
That's a good question.
Because for one, like the banter that they're having back and forth, is unique to this boss.
Yeah, I'm definitely wondering, but I think that's also why the game's coming out in parts.
Oh no, like to make a game, because it was already like it was 3 discs long on the PlayStation 1. To make a game like this in this style, you can't make that entire thing faithfully in one single package. Oh yeah, they want you to duck and cover. Like get behind the junk,
Yeah.
or that happens.
Or, well,
So why don't you go get behind the junk and fill up your ATB gauge till you can heal him with a Phoenix down.
there's one problem. I can't access items as Barrett.
Why not? No, it's because you don't have an ATB gauge filled up.
No, that's been an issue.
Well, okay. Stay alive until you can fill it up. There, you got one. You got one.
Okay.
Okay, items.
Phoenix down. Okay, yeah.
All right, pull them up. See?
Okay, yeah.
Barrett's so muscle bound that bullets just like get lodged in his second layer of skin. He's like Colossus from the X-Men. He pities the fool who tries to shoot at him. He's picking bullets out of his teeth at the end of every fight.
All right. Spell cure.
Man, I wish. I don't know. Like I wish I could have been there for like the fans that went from Final Fantasy 6 to 7 and whatever they must have felt, because you go from like the little sprites and everything and Yoshitaka Amano's concept art style. Okay, so you get behind the junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Like you go from that to like Tetsuya Nomura's up and coming anime style, and everything's like so different.
Oh, yeah. No, it's one of those things. It also, the difference is not just that.
Let's see. Ryan Johnson says, "Get behind Barrett's junk. It's big enough to protect you."
I probably should have done that, but I didn't.
Scarfy the Strange says that Barrett needs no items, fool. And Princess Luna says Barrett needs a license to use items. Is that a Final Fantasy 12 reference?
Yes, the license board.
Oh my god. Tail laser.
Barrett, cure yourself.
Yeah, like I don't know, like something about. Like, I almost thought the Cloud's new voice was actually like a familiar anime voice actor, but it's not. And in fact, like none of the people who are like the main actors in this game seem like they're the anime regulars that I thought they might have been.
I wouldn't be shocked, but
Oh, roll out of that. You are hurting, Mr. Strife.
I'm a lot better than I was.
Yeah, you're not dead now.
I know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's
Kipo says, bullets bounce right off Barrett as his hands are constantly clenched. Well, his one hand, yeah.
Alright, focus thrust.
Ooh, you don't have ATB to fill up.
Yeah, I'm just
to
gonna
use. Barrett's got one.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing uses ranged attacks, so I don't think your Punisher mode helps very much.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'll just
It's interesting that stances are part of Cloud's fighting style, though.
honestly.
No, you're okay. Everybody's still got like half their HP.
I'm just doing this just in case.
Yeah, you just didn't have a lot of ATB to spend.
Yeah.
Scarfy the Strange says, so instead of don't attack when his tail is up, it's don't move when the tail is up.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that actually took me a little like getting used to when I was playing this game. The idea that you could just sit there with your gauge full. You know, bearing in mind that I actually hadn't played too much Final Fantasy at the time. I actually really like the idea of the ATB.
The ATB was actually one of the things that make Final Fantasy, well, Final Fantasy.
When did that come in?
With 4, actually.
Let's see.
Strike now, before it fires again.
Brian Johnson says, Cloud's VA is Cody Christian. Hasn't heard of him. Me neither.
Yeah, no, that's new to me. Maybe he'll be some guy who's big in the scene in a couple years, but honestly, if this is his first major thing, then good for him.
I was going to say, that's a breakout role right there. Because this banter is great. Like I said, he nails Cloud. And, you know, he's a little bit apathetic.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit edgy. Ooh, what are we doing? Yeah, cross slash.
Yep, we're destroying one of his legs.
Nice. That is something, like, you know, you and I have been playing through Chrono Trigger, and I feel like Chrono Trigger definitely had an effect on Final Fantasy VII, because they have really intricate bosses in the same manner, where they have multiple targets on the body.
Don't let up.
Yeah! I'm now level 8.
Da 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 da. You know what's funny is like, so Barrett, you know, Barrett's like way more over the top than Saz ever was. You know, the dude from Final Fantasy 13 who had the chocobo living in his afro.
God, yes he is.
And yet Barrett's just a better character.
Well, Zaz was sadly the best character in FF13, and I'll stand by that.
Well, he was because he's like the everyman.
Yeah.
You know, because like everybody else is like jumping off of cliffs and like blowing things up, and he's just like, "Are you guys crazy? I got a little girl back home." So, like, didn't even a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he just wanted to go see his kid. Didn't he get like a race car as his like Eidolon, whatever his summon?
Something like that.
Yeah, like they could all transform. And I remember like Snow had like the Shiva sisters, and they would transform into motorcycles.
Oh yeah, that was one of the weirder ones, admittedly.
Yeah, that was a little kinky. No, okay, Final Fantasy 13 is one of those games where, like, I actually liked it, but I completely understand anyone's complaints with that game.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, I thought the characters were interesting and well designed. I thought the story was interesting. Because, like, at the time for me, it was a nice break from the JRPGs with, like, the 14-year-old protagonists who are excessively optimistic.
Oh.
You know, to have, like, a cynical person like Lightning hanging around, and then Snow, who had, like, a legitimately mature love for his soon-to-be wife. Like that was refreshing.
It depends on the game you were playing. I would actually say there was another game going along at the time that actually did it kind of better.
I love this. And suddenly it's Uncharted.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, this is not too unusual for the previous game.
Do I look okay? Help a girl out.
No, I don't help people. I'm too edgy for that. Oh, wait. I'm a nice guy.
My hero.
Ryan Johnson says, that sure took a long time. Good thing you set a 30-minute timer. And then he also says that Saz was amazing.
Saz is great.
So the timer actually didn't start, obviously, until after the boss fight. So the choices are either Barrett makes fun of you, or he's like, aren't you cocky? Or in the upcoming Family Guy parody, don't get penisy.
Clearly. No, my favorite thing with...
It's one of the better things Family Guy ever did. The Star Wars. You're phasing through Jesse.
Yes. So, if you don't remember, people might not remember this game, but it did come out. And I think it's a better game than people give it credit for. Was a game called Lost Odyssey.
I'm trying to remember if I saw anyone else play that. I know I did.
I liked it, but it was basically... It was made by the Final Fantasy people, so...
Okay.
Like, old school Final Fantasy.
Princess Luna, who's in our chat right now, I remember watching him play Rogue Galaxy.
Rogue Galaxy is another good example. Another good one I like, actually, from our JRPGs that I kind of got into with GameCube was freaking Skies of Arcadia. I didn't play the Dreamcast version, but I like that one a lot.
Oh, I was gonna say I've gone back and forth with a mutual friend of ours. You know who he is.
Yes.
About that game, and I'm like, once you get past the dated Dreamcast graphics, it's actually really interesting. But then, of course, he's just like, dated Dreamcast graphics.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. And then he just goes back to playing Pokemon.
He goes back to playing Pokemon,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, like, seriously.
I'm a tournament Pokemon.
Okay, so let me say this.
We've traveled pretty far afield now.
Vice
Space
has a
Cadets.
great character design, but Lost Odyssey came out during FF13, and if you wanted something that had the feel of Final Fantasy...
Wait, was that one of the ones that had like performance issues when it released?
No, it didn't. It's just very
There was a game from Square on like the Xbox 360.
It was not made by Square. It's a thing though. So
Oh, okay.
It was made by.
I'm trying to remember what it was because it was before Final Fantasy 13 came out, and there was a game by Square that had a lot of performance issues, but when it came out on PC and the performance issues were resolved, they thought it was a really good game.
I don't remember exactly, but Lost Odyssey is actually a very interesting game because
Cloud face plants into the cans.
It's actually a very interesting game for one reason. It actually has you play as a group of immortals, and that is an interesting style. Actually, it's really good. But not a lot of people played it. But if you wanted like a true Final Fantasy experience at the time, it was your best option because it had a bunch of the original creators working on it, including Yoshitaka Amano.
Oh damn!
So it was. Here's the thing.
There was Blue Dragon was a game that
Yeah.
they had Akira Toriyama doing the artwork for, like it's some kind of Dragon Quest game.
Yeah, basically that company. I think it was. I forget the name of the company. Mistwalker or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I want to say.
Wow, look,
There's
look
a
at the
chest.
lighting.
I'm going to take it with me, Barry. You can't stop me, motherfucker. And here. Oh wait, no, I'm in a
You're
battle.
in mid-battle.
I want items.
Okay, that's something that I loved about when we've been playing Chrono Trigger, and I love about some other games where the battle just takes place within the world space.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly.
Because I get it, like older RPGs, you have to transport to magical JRPG battle space because that's the limitation of the system. But it does so much for a game like this to show the battle taking place in real time.
Oh yeah, no, that's a lot better. I'm not saying that it's bad or good or whatever, but look, I do think it's a better overall thing.
Let's see. Kippo said that Shinra was trying to collect on the insurance money, so they sent in the Robo-Scorpion.
That makes way too much sense.
And let's see. Scarfy the Strange says that Lost Odyssey has good battle moments. Alright.
Lost Odyssey is
Princess
also...
Luna asked if that was made by Tri-Ace.
No, that was not by Tri-Ace. Tri-Ace are the people who do Star Ocean,
Yeah.
but they are more Bandai
Well,
Namco
let's get further
splits.
down. Vincent Asana says even the corporations bow to insurance companies. Kippo face plants into the cans. Game over. And Ryan Johnson says that Cloud face plants into the cans is how he meets all the female party members, TBH.
That is actually sadly true, I think about it now.
I mean, that's how I meet all my female party members.
It's true.
Don't screw this up.
Duh. Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. And you're a shock trooper, so you need to feel the pressure.
Oh yeah, like the ninjas come out.
Yep. Fire.
Yeah, so isn't it like when you start stringing together attacks, when you input a command from the menu, it actually chains at the end of the attack string?
I think so, or something like that.
Yeah, like I think there's actually going to be some good combo potential in this game.
I feel like I'm going to be seeing in like a couple months, like really interesting...
Because that's kind of my thing, is like this combination of like action and RPG really appeals to me.
I feel like we're going to see some interesting like combo videos.
Because I love building up characters, I love watching their stats grow, but I also like the satisfaction of like smashing buttons and watching things die. And that's why like I'm such a big Zelda fan, is they have all that exploration, character growth, and also real-time action. So you put it into a game like this, marvelous.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of insurance fraud, so I remember seeing this part once before.
Sir.
And Heidegger is just like,
God.
Cell phone. They didn't have those back in 1997.
No, they didn't. Actually, it kind of reminds me of Batman Beyond. There's a scene in the first episode with Derek Powers bringing out what is basically a desk phone.
Oh, dude, I just rewatched that whole series, and I'm so bothered by, like, how their cell phones don't match up. Their cell phones 50 years in the future from now don't match up to what we have today.
Yeah, no, that's an unfortunate consequence of being made in the 2000s before all that shit was available.
Dude, that was like 1998.
I know. But Batman Beyond was on for 3 years.
So apparently what they just did there is your bomb destroyed the reactor, and then Heidegger's button press actually caused the robots to go berserk and destroy more of it so that it would create casualties that they could then blame on Avalanche.
Yeah, that's fair. They're evil. I know what they're about.
Shinra is evil. We know what they're about. They're making the freaking frogs gay.
Nah, clearly, Shinra is clearly making, Shinra is clearly, all about, messing around with teenage boys' head and telling them they're heroes.
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
Yeah, you never shut up, do you, Jesse?
I wish I was Jesse's girl.
What? Scarfy the Strange says, "Shit, Reactor 8 was an inside job."
It was clearly an inside job,
Okay,
That would so be like the media
Come on.
of like Midgard is they wouldn't even get the reactor number correct
I could so see that.
because that was reactor number 1.
Ooh. Oh, it's a glowing sky hole. Fuck you.
Skyhole laser.
We just did a sky hole laser?
Does it go to Cybertron?
Maybe it goes to Cybertron. I don't know.
It goes back. No, it goes to like the other planet from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, god damn it, that one.
Final Fantasy IX is amazing. It's the game that no one talks about.
I like FF9. Look, honestly, I think every...
So this is like the outro video, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, I think every FF has worth to it. So this was demo, guys. This is it.
Oh yeah, look at this. His meeting with Aerith. Aerith.
Yep.
Dude, I don't even know what her name actually is.
Well, neither do I. Oh god, we're gonna have shield enemies. I'm gonna have to work on different
So
combos.
I've heard it said that people think that like episode 1 of Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna end when they go to leave Midgard.
That's what everybody's guessing. I know
It seems a little
the
weird,
entire game has been leaked.
because I don't remember that part being that long.
The entire game has been leaked. I know that because Japan's not good at hiding anything. Apparently,
I guess not. Okay, so they like buy our stuff.
yes.
Yeah, no.
No.
All right, well, so that took not even an hour.
How long did that take?
That took about 50 minutes. All right, Space Cadets, we still got you here. So,
Well,
what shall we do?
well, let's see. I'm definitely up for anything.
We could try it again in classic mode.
You want to try it? You want to take the reins here?
I could try it in classic mode, or if you guys got another idea. Is there something you've been dying to watch us play? Hal's got a fairly solid shelf.
He has an extensive library. I've seen it.
Yeah, we'll wait a second because we're like a minute or two ahead of the chat. So
Yeah, we want to... I'm going to hand over the controller to Hal right now.
I have the power.
Yeah, no, you have the power of infinite chat works.
The chat commands me.
Yep, you are now forbidding on the chat.
Princess Luna says play FF6.
Well, the only one I think would be available would be the stupid cell phone version one on this one.
I got a cell phone. We do that thing where we have like our phone and then like a camera phone above it.
No. I won't try.
Try classic mode, says Kippo. That is more...
I'm
Padcom says watch porn. While a friend of mine and I have been watching interspecies reviewers, I'm not entirely sure that we wouldn't get banned immediately from YouTube.
Let's not do that. We're gonna have to see about this. So,
Well, I was gonna say that
well,
got various options on the PlayStation 4. Got some other weird stuff on the
We
Switch.
technically, I do believe right now there is the regular FF7 available for the PS4, or no, it's for the Switch. Sorry.
Wait, is it not on PS4, but it's on Switch?
That's a good question. I'll see.
All right. So let's see. What do we got? Vincent Osuna says, "Please don't play classic." Princess Luna says, "Stream the cell phone." Yeah, I expected as much from you. Scarvy the Strange says, "Classic." All right. You know, we're here. We're gonna try classic mode. And I legitimately did think about setting up the original game, but so the way PlayStation 3 works, for those who don't know, is you can't. So PlayStation 4 is nice because there's a setting to disable HDCP, which when that's turned on, then it kind of scrambles the signal, so you can't really record it through a capture device. But when you turn it off, it disables programs like Netflix and YouTube, so you can't record them. But there's a nice little setting in the options menu, whereas the PlayStation 3, it's just always on. So you actually have to plug it in via component cables, which we've had some hit or miss experiences with our component cables on the capture device.
You have no idea.
There's an unaired episode of a Gundam video game where the picture cuts out like every cutscene just because like the video format changes.
Oh God, it makes me sad. That's a good episode,
dude. I'll put it together. Okay, tell you what, I'll put it together. It's gonna be terrible, but we're gonna put it together.
If it actually makes you feel better, I actually have the Japanese cutscenes unedited. I could give them to you.
Oh, that's it. Because I actually went back and like re-recorded one of the parts where the video cut out for us. Anyways, yeah, we'll try classic mode. I'm curious how this feels.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it, guys. We're doing classic. Join us!
Join us, yes.
So, I'm going to get some opinions on the FF series. I believe every FF, except for 11, up to 13...
Aerith praying...
No,
she's
up to 12.
Praying to the leak in the pipe.
Alright, the only reason I don't... I hate the fact that they've started putting online games into the main series.
Like, 11 and 14?
Yeah, because here's the thing. It means I can't do, like, because once 11's gone, it's gone. There's no way to play it like how it's supposed to be played. And when that just kind of sucks.
All right. Jags Power Tech. Yo.
But I think every FF Final Fantasy has value to it, even in weird ways. So I'll go over them.
So this is like an interesting little thing that you notice, though, is like, one, she was kind of like sort of praying to the Mako that was flowing out of the broken pipe.
Yeah.
And then she comes out here with her flowers, and then someone tramples them.
Yeah.
So it's like she respects nature, and then the people around her don't.
Yeah.
So it's very thematic. It's a little bit ham-fisted, but it's cool.
It was in the original. I'm not really...
Yeah, they hammer it home.
Look, this game's all about life and death. And I gotta admit, I respect the hell out of Yoshitaka Amano for pushing that theme to the point of killing off one of its party members.
Wait, Yoshitaka Amano?
Yeah. No, not Yoshitaka.
I was gonna say,
Sorry, I'm thinking of
Tetsuya Nomura was like the lead artist.
No. I'm thinking of the other. I got the name messed up. My bad. No, the creator of Final Fantasy who was working on the game since the first one, I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head.
Very like 3D version of the logo over here.
Oh yeah.
So who here remembers how they had like the PlayStation 3 tech demo where Cloud jumps off the train?
Oh, Hironobu Sakaguchi. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he was. I know he's supposed to be like the original creator or director of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, he directed this one too.
Because there's some like fun fact out there that Square or like he wasn't doing very well, and he thought that the Final Fantasy was going to be his final video game.
Yeah, no.
And that's why it got its name.
Anyway,
here we are sitting on Final Fantasy 15.
Anyway, Sakaguchi pushed the theme of life and death so hard he killed off Eris just to make sure the players felt something.
Yeah, I mean they did it well because she was a useful enough party member, but not so essential. Also, that man just lost a few ribs.
One of the things that was nice about FS7, the materia system could actually let you fully customize out your team if you really messed with it.
Oh,
There's a good video by Super Eye Patch Wolf kind of about it.
Super Eye Patch Wolf does very good analyses.
Not all the time. There's sometimes when he messes up here and there, but he's been getting better.
I was gonna say, like, I've liked the ones that I've seen.
Oh no, he's great. I love his stuff. I'm just saying, I just know that there's these people...
Also, I'm not gonna try to, like, shit on someone who goes through that much work to create something.
Honestly, the reason people shit on him is because he tends to recommend popular things like Dragon Ball. And I appreciate him for one reason, is that he lets me look at the popular work and be like, oh yeah, there's actually
when
craft
the difficulty
to
is set
it.
to classic, the player-controlled character will engage in enemies automatic. Alright, so we have turned this into Xenoblade.
Alright, you're used to this?
I was gonna say, I can do this.
I believe in you, man.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
So,
Don't think so.
I'm not touching anything. Get him, Cloud.
Not bad.
Yeah, see. But if I hit square, he does boom, boom, boom. Cloud's now level 7.
Yay!
Wait, what's back here? Aha! Mew was hidden behind the truck the whole time.
Mew was the truck this entire time.
I mean, Mew does no transform.
But every Final Fantasy, I think, has its
I'm using
place.
R1 to run, because that's how you do it in Monster
Like-
Hunter World.
The first one is the first one. The second one basically created the Saga series, if people like that series. The third one introduced the class system. The fourth one was basically helping...
They are severely understaffed.
They're more staffed than you think, but they're severely understaffed.
Alright, the ATB fills...
Yeah.
So, did I like, undo? Yeah. Okay, no, he's gonna do his own thing. Come on, Cloud, do your own thing. Yeah! Good boy, Cloud.
Cloud just likes to think. He's ponderous.
He's very ponderous. Alright, so... Abilities... Focus Thrust. Boom Jam.
Focus! I gain Gil.
That's kind of like the... Alright, I can use it. Yeah, I got a map. One thing I noticed about this map, though, is... So, look at these dots.
Yeah?
They tell us where you've come from.
That's actually pretty nice.
It's very useful.
It's like, hey, you were here, you idiot.
No, because I've had that in, like, mostly older games, where I'll kind of end up running in circles without realizing it.
No, it's been something. I've been going back to play the Yakuza 3 remaster, and my god, it makes... Playing that makes me appreciate...
R1... Yeah, we went through this.
Makes me appreciate newer map technology.
Boom!
Cloud is apparently Johnny Bravo, guys.
Man, I'm pretty.
He very much is. Are you going to do the monkey?
What was it? Jeff Bennett was the voice actor who played Johnny.
Yeah.
I want him to, like, overdub this.
Oh.
What does he do these days? Yeah, triangle up in his chest.
I don't know. The last time... Johnny Bravo actually strangely got a movie revival a couple of years where
he goes to Bollywood?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, no, that apparently he's very popular in India, and he ended up getting a movie because of it.
Like he starts off, and he's like all washed up, and he's gotten fat, and then like he just like sucks it all in, and is suddenly his normal self again.
Yeah, you know, you have to do the monkey again.
When he decides that it's time to go and like be Johnny Bravo again.
But I don't know what Jeff Bennett did lately. I think last time I checked, I think he was in the Rapunzel cartoon, the Tangled one, maybe.
Oh yeah, like Disney's got all these cartoons.
Well, yeah, I've been watching that lately because...
Really? Wow.
Well, it's 2D animation.
Yeah.
And I was curious about it.
Soldier Boy's deal.
So... Jesus Christ, he was in the goddamn Replacements.
what was his
That's the
name
most
again?
forgettable show ever.
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he
Okay,
was a soldier.
filmography. I'm just checking.
Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us.
Let's see. Cupo says, that's just security 101. You're always understaffed.
Oh, true.
That's true?
Wait, there was a
There we
Land
go.
Before Time in 2016?
What is that, like 20? Land Before Time 20?
I don't know! It's just called The Land of the Journey of the Brave, and I'm like...
Land Before Time 20, Littlefoot pays taxes?
I don't know anymore. Littlefoot learns to drink? I was just like looking this up randomly. I don't know
Not even reading the same book.
I don't know what to do with myself anymore, guys. What is life? Okay. Okay, so he's...
Wait, okay, so I like that on the sidebar we got the full dialogue between these characters.
Fair enough.
I like it when they do that in games. Like, they used to never do it in JRPGs, but now they do it now, where either they'll do it on the sidebar where they subtitle what the characters are conversing about, or they'll have, like, little speech bubbles. And it makes more sense than, like, pressing the talk button next to somebody. How awkward would that be in real life if you just, like, walk up to somebody like, hey! And then they're just like, go use strength on the truck to get Mew.
Huh. If it makes you feel better, Jeff Bennett is still in a lot of different things, actually. He's in Scooby-Doo. His most recent work was in Scooby-Doo, because everyone's in Scooby-Doo at some point. And I mean everybody. Do you all know who I discovered was voicing Scooby-Doo at one point?
Frank Welker?
Crispin Freeman!
What?
Yeah, he was in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Okay, but not Scooby himself, then.
No.
I was gonna say, like, so Dave and I, and a few of our friends, we all went to see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and they had a trailer for, like, Scoob? Was that the name of it? Scoob? Before the movie. And so we looked up what the voices were, and they were all, not...
The classic
They're
ones.
not the classic people by any stretch, except for Scooby, who's voiced by Frank Welker.
Well, who else are you gonna get?
Well, Frank Welker inherited the role from the original voice actor, but because Frank Welker's, vocal cords are an art form unto themselves.
I don't know how that man is able to keep them up.
He's like 80 years old.
Oh God, he's somehow more active than Mel Blanc was.
He has played Fred Jones in virtually every incarnation of Scooby-Doo.
No, he's literally played, except for the live action roles.
Yeah, except for
this
that.
is the
like,
first...
even the Family Guy jokes. Okay, so press R3 to lock on, and then press R3 again to unlock.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. No, this is Dark Souls targeting right here.
No, genuinely, he's been basically Fred in almost every incarnation except for the live action. I think this is the first time an anime... No, actually, one exception. A pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, no, but I remember, like, saying it in the theater that it didn't make sense after a certain point to have an 80-year-old man playing a 16-year-old kid. Well, even though he does such a good job because he's a voice artist.
Honestly, he still sounds young-ish. He has good range. It's fun.
His voice is fascinating because he goes from like when you hear him speak, he does have that kind of like higher pitched, like very friendly tone, and then like they're like, do Megatron or do Dr. Claw, and then he's like, I will destroy you, and it's like, whoa, that came out of this kindly old man.
Well, not only that, Soundwave too.
But well, there's some like flubs in the original Transformers where like Soundwave, they forget to do the vocoder thing, and he just sounds like Dr. Claw.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, in all seriousness, there's a lot of, like, weird bits in the original with, that.
Sorry, guys. Ego-terrorism has to wait. I must find swag.
You have to find all the swag. Back in the day, actually, another thing was, if you ever, God, I don't know what I'm thinking.
You know what I like? I like demos where it's, like, the first mission of a game, but then if you save your game in the demo, it spills over into the main game, so if you buy it, you get to keep your stuff.
Oh, God.
Now, unfortunately, Demon X Machina did that, and that game really didn't impress me, unfortunately. And this is coming from someone who loves mechs.
I gotta play it on PC to get a better understanding of it.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, the performance issues on Switch weren't, like...
Dire?
Well, the performance issues on Switch were, like... But the overall game design is like, it was just Armored Core, but it wasn't one of the better Armored Cores. Because honestly, in my opinion, the best overall Armored Core was Armored Core for Answer. Because Armored Core for Answer actually improved on Armored Core 4. And it was like a few stat tweaks really made all the difference. Because it went from being like this, kind of fast-paced mech combat game to like, you feel like you're a Gundam.
That's a fair enough feeling. I'm trying to get into... Recently, I decided to try and get into the Front Mission series, just for shits and giggles.
These weird holsters must pay.
I feel like these are like leftover, like
Yeah, what?
computer like like
Yeah, what was in these things? These, like carrier cases.
like I feel like those are like for PC like rigs or something.
Yeah,
Like
like if Shinra didn't destroy the environment by extracting Mako from it, they already messed it up by just sheer pollution.
honestly. Okay.
All right, let's see. Johnny McJim asks, "Will you guys play any of the Final Fantasy games?"
Um,
And Scarfy the Strange says, "I wonder how the gold saucer will look."
that's actually what I would want to know. Okay, so I want to play at least.
Johnny McJim suggests adding some pulsing veins and muscles to biological horrors.
Okay, if we're gonna do a Final Fantasy, I don't want it to be one of the really long ones, if possible.
Well, we've been playing Chrono Trigger, and that's been pretty fun. You know, like we should. All right, Space Cadets. Actually, those who are with us right now, let us know. Like, do you feel that the live format that we're currently doing right now, where we can talk to you, we can interact. Oh, I have to hold this down.
you dork.
Cloud's like, I don't.
All right.
Cloud is as much of a Space Cadet as I am currently.
I want people to at least put this in. If
Yeah,
we want
it's like,
to,
does live format work better for you, or do you like watching the pre-recorded episodes where we just kind of banter amongst ourselves?
I also want to put it out there. What FF would you want us to see played? Because a lot of them, every FF is its own unique thing, and I would want to hear from people.
Yeah, I was gonna say
May attack on command.
we can reasonably procure most of those games.
Like the only one we couldn't do is 11 for obvious reasons, and I'm not going to do 14.
I have had people ask me to do 14.
Holding out on me, are you?
I want to do 14. I'm just not an MMO
Well,
guy.
you know the real reason why I'd want to do 14? The loyal little doggy.
Oh, thank you, Princess Luna. I enjoyed the Chrono Trigger LP too.
The reason why I'd want to do 14 is just so I could fight Rathalos.
That's fair.
Because Hal loves his Monster Hunter.
I would want to do, honestly, I wouldn't mind redoing 7 if possible in a weird comparison mode.
Alright, so let's see. Princess Luna says Final Fantasy 9.
That's a
Kipo
good
says, I like the long play. Vincent Austin says either or. Johnny McJim says 5, 4, or 9.
5, 4, or 9. We're not getting 6s.
Oh, Kipo says live, not long. Sorry.
Long.
So, yeah, okay, live, you know, I discovered this thanks to some other YouTubers that I was checking out. Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Don't
Hey,
worry,
Jesse.
Biggs will have the door open soon.
So somebody wants us to do FF2.
You trust this Star Wars
Final
reject?
Fantasy X2. Okay, I wouldn't mind doing it. So let's talk about, like, honestly, you wanna know one of the reasons why I think FF7 gets come back to? You know how basically, like,
We're on this side of the door.
You know how basically the Final Fantasy people are basically giant Star Wars fanboys?
Alright, so this is where they teach
This
you
is
about
probably the game that captures that feeling
I
the
know.
most.
Like, I'm playing now, and
Like, one of the things people forget about Star Wars when it was coming out was that it had a grimy feel to it. And FF7 actually captures that very well. You know?
so I actually achieved that entire fight without pressing more than one button.
You're clearly the best game player of all time.
Well, thanks to auto battle mode. That's interesting, and
It's good
You know,
to
like,
someone who can
I-
get us the passcodes.
so I remember back in the 90s when I was a child, and people were like,
Then we're good.
you know, oh, you gotta get good at games. If you play on easy difficulty, you're a baby. You know, like, I remember all that stuff where, you know, everybody expected you to get good at video games.
I actually know what Final Fantasy we clearly need to play. We need to do Mystic Quest.
Tuft of Phoenix Down.
Do you know what
Talk to me, Barrett.
Do you know what Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is?
Wasn't that a Game Boy game?
No, it was an SNES game.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
Was it actually a Final Fantasy game, or was it like named?
Let me explain. This is actually a fascinating story.
Tifa, right?
So,
It's not really my business,
FF7
but are you
is
guys
the
close?
game that popularized JRPGs in the West. They were always around, but FF7 is the big popular boy.
I was gonna say my experience with Final Fantasy VII was like, I knew what Final Fantasy was because I saw it on store shelves at like the local rental place when I was growing
Yeah.
up. But I remember going, I think it was a KB Toys, and they had a PlayStation kiosk, and they had Final Fantasy VII, and I remember thinking at a young age, being like, whoa, they went from Final Fantasy 3 to Final Fantasy 7? What happened?
Well,
Must be Japanese.
Well, let me talk about Mystic.
I didn't know how right I was.
Well, you're not wrong, but let me talk about Mystic Quest. You see, JRPGs...
AJ Shim says, do not play Mystic Quest.
Well, no, we're
All
not.
right, here we go to Heidegger again.
Yeah.
With his...
Massive...
somebody look up for us who Heidegger's voice is.
Please.
Dave, look that up for me.
Fine, I'll look it up. But Final Fantasy... So here's the thing about Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It's basically meant to be baby's first RPG.
This pump's so
Let's
purpose
see.
is to drain the planet dry.
So basically it is easy mode Final Fantasy. Because they didn't think that people knew how to
Barrett
deal with
back
the,
on the soapbox.
They didn't know how they thought that people wouldn't know how to deal with JRPG mechanics.
Green, like you and me bleed red.
So they made a game that's like the easiest JRPG ever made.
You gonna stand there and pretend
And that's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Though it does have some pretty interesting ideas for mechanics. Like in 7...
Should I say something controversial
What?
towards Barrett?
Well, no, don't do it.
Cool, I won't.
I can't find Heidegger's voice actor. Like, there's no...
Okay, fine. Just look up the guy who was in
I'm gonna look up...
Kenshin.
Hold it. I'm just gonna look...
Because he sounds so familiar.
I'm gonna actually just
The
look up...
delivery sounds so familiar.
Final Fantasy... I'm just gonna look up Final Fantasy VII Remake voice actors, and hopefully that'll get me somewhere.
But, you know.
our lives on the line.
Well, let's just appreciate that they bothered to render Barrett's chest hair.
Oh, yeah.
You listening, Murphy?
He is clearly the sexiest man of... Okay.
Well,
Found
that's the
them.
thing that I have with, like, anime characters.
Well,
Is like, I like that these characters are adults, grown up. And, you know, maybe I'm getting old in that way, but... like, I've always kind of preferred characters like this, where they have more, like, mature motivations and character arcs. Like, even when I was just, like, a teenager, I didn't like teenage characters.
Okay. They don't have Heidegger's voice actor listed anywhere. We have his Japanese voice actor.
So Scarfy the Strange just said what I was going to say.
What?
If only we had Barrett instead of Greta Thunberg.
It's true.
That was the controversial.
God, no, I can't find his voice actor specifically at this point.
Let's see. All right, Barrett.
IMDb! Help me!
Yeah, dude, IMDb. All right, so.
Alright, come
Barrett.
on. Get me
So
some-
we're in classic mode. So Barrett's like auto attacking right now. Can I? He doesn't have any ATB to use.
You gotta be...
Oh, wait, now he's got it.
Apparently it's
So-
not
so-
listed anywhere. It's a
He's got
fuckers.
okay. He's got steel skin and focus shot. Oh, that was cool watching it happen.
I can't find his voice actor, guys. I give up. This is...
Okay, you know, I bet right now it's kind of like, you know, it's just a demo that's out there, so he's kind of like sitting there behind an NDA.
Yeah, or something.
But I bet as soon as
For all we know, there's like also special
Yeah,
spoilery reasons. Because here's the thing: some people are wondering if they're going to
so
change.
I'm assuming that focus shot is meant to be like his version of big shot,
basically.
because I remember like he had like the energy sphere that would power up and then he'd shoot it.
I think it's also just one of those things that's just like it's an extra big attack for him, but that's just how his style works. I'm kind of wondering that if you play in the game, you get extra styles.
Oh, for each character.
Yeah, or different weapons and stuff like that.
Button mashing to watch Barrett destroy things is kind of fun too.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm like thinking about that. Like there's actually you can actually give Barrett a melee weapon in the original FF7.
Dude, I spent half of the original FF7 with Cloud having a nail bat.
Yeah.
It had no materia slots, but man, did it thwack good.
It was a good whacker.
AJ Shim asks, are the Advent Children actors not reprising the roles?
No.
They're not. These are actually totally new actors.
It's also same in Japanese as well, which
And that's interesting. And yeah, if you're tuning in just now, just stick it out, because I think that the new Cloud actor in particular does a really good job.
honestly, I like the old one, but this one it will grow on me. I think
I didn't care about the old one necessarily.
I thought he did a
because
fine enough job.
he was fine, but he didn't have a lot to work with.
That's true.
Whereas, like, this demo itself gives you so much banter between Cloud and Barrett, where, like, Cloud is so stoic and Barrett's just, like, so, like, I don't know.
I feel like it's Rebel A-Team. I love it.
Yeah, Barrett's just got, like, his, like, you know, raging boner against Shinra.
But, yeah, no, one thing with,
Although I watched a few YouTubers who have raging boners towards Jessie in this part, though.
That's probably true. Like I said, she is the 90s standard anime girl.
Yeah, she's not gonna be Tifa.
Yeah. But, my whole thing is, there's also other Square RPGs I would love to do on this channel that aren't just...
I have a fetish.
That aren't just Xeno either, I should say.
Oh man, no, like, as much as I love Xeno, I don't know that it'd be that fun to do on the show, because they're so long and so heavy.
Yeah, honestly, there's a couple of games I want to try out. One JRPG I would love to play blind is Star Ocean 2.
Like, I was editing together some of our episodes just today even, and, you know, they work better when they're, like, fast and fun. But,
Honestly,
like Xeno games, you could literally spend whole episodes just, like, nothing happens.
I'm just also thinking about it, like, what if we do a Tales game, too? Though that's
they're the same thing. Like, JRPGs are hard to do. So I give credit to some of the people that I've seen who do it, but some of the people who really, like, succeed with those games are the ones who, like, they just stream every night, but they're, like, solo guys. They don't have to organize with a partner or anything.
Well, it's true. One game I would love to do maybe is Lunar. Those games,
I have a fetish. Stop it.
Stop showing your laser fetish, God.
Those lasers are so hot. Like, literally
my
made
personal-
of concentrated energy.
My favorite, but no, the Lunar games, God, that's a series I wish would come back. God, those games are so good.
No, I actually hit the triangle button to try to go to the menu. I was wrong.
You dork. Anyway, the Lunar games are like those are actually very short JRPGs and actually fairly kinetic, and they're also 90s anime goodness.
Oh, there you go.
Like the character designer's the guy who did the Ava character designs. I love it.
Let's see. Scarfy the Strange says, I think I have Star Ocean's second story somewhere. AJ Shim says, when are you two going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories with me?
Maybe.
That's a thing.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Barrett, I pity the fool who goes against you.
No, that's like okay.
I feel like... Alright, yeah, it's the pressure thing. I feel like you probably are doing better damage to enemies when you are playing as the character.
That makes sense to me.
Because other games like this do similar things.
Well, they kind of tend to do that for one reason. They want to make the character feel special.
Yeah, well, because, like, you know, one of the things they do in, like, Xenoblade Chronicles is you can only use a level 4 special, which is the highest level, if you are controlling that character. So everybody else is stuck at level 3.
Also, I'm going to throw shade at stuff, but man, this is so hard, Kotaku. I'm having so much trouble with this game.
God, that's right. I saw some, like, videos making fun of it. Alright, now to face plant into the cans, just like before.
Nah, there's this really terrible Twitter user named 9Volt who also just ticks me off. His opinions are just terrible.
You know, ever since the whole, like, Cuphead thing, like, I've completely given up on game journalists. Because I realized, so...
There's good ones out there.
It's 2020 now, and in, you know, back in, like, 2008 or something... Can I touch this? I can't touch this.
You can't touch this.
I can't touch it. Damn it. Back in 2008, I remember, like, really reading all of the... like, all the reviews and being like, oh, look, they gave Metal Gear Solid 4 a 10 out of 10. It's so good. And, you know, and even just today, I was watching a video where they were talking about, like, Skyward Sword reviews, where apparently Zelda Skyward Sword got 10 out of 10 from a lot of review sites, and then GameSpot had the nerve to give it 7.5, and people harassed them over that.
Yeah, no, a lot of people... Now, a lot of game journalists... A lot a lot of people give the big games like 10 out of 10s to avoid either fan bases or corporate overlords.
Yeah, like nowadays I pay.
Did I ever
attention.
talk about on stream about the one time I became a Kotaku writer for a night at MagFest?
Dude, that's a good story. Tell it.
Okay. If you get all right. So
AJ Shim asks, "When's Marvel?"
we'll talk about Marvel later. I'm willing to talk more about Marvel.
I mean, Marvel recently got murdered by Disney, from what I hear. So
nah, it just comes and goes.
not that way. Warning. Wait, if I go too far in this way, does something happen? No, they make me walk back.
You created
that was involuntary.
You created a time paradox.
Snake, you can't do that. It's a time. Jesse, I want to talk to Jesse. Hey Jesse, how's it going, babe?
Jessica. No, my.
I am. I'm gonna go blow her mind.
Yeah,
dude, I'm gonna go blow her mind.
Clearly. No, so let's talk about this. So MagFest, one night I was at MagFest, and at one point I was helping make garbage bag gin. Like all stories about making
I like that you do the Dark Souls down the ladder thing.
Yeah. Like all stories about making garbage bag gin, this ended up in a crazy place of darkness. And by darkness, I mean I ended up... so there was actually a room party going on next to us at the time. And I end up somehow getting invited into the room because I have booze. Like you do at MagFest.
Yeah. Dude, well, clearly you don't have the connections that I have because I trick people into letting me into their room and then I have their booze.
That's fair. No. Many
strange things have occurred.
Well, anyway, the strange thing.
But we're not going to go into detail about the time that I was left for dead.
So we're not here to talk about that.
Yeah,
so
really.
let's talk about what happened. So I didn't realize at the time, but there was actually a game being played and demoed at this party, which was Nidhogg, and this was before it was actually released.
Oh, yeah?
Nidhogg was an indie game. If people don't remember, that was kind of like a dueling thing. Interesting game, very cool. But yeah, I was there, and then everybody was drunk. It was fun.
I mean, so far you're just describing MagFest.
And then it was like, oh wait, these are all journalists, and they're being played this game to show it off and talk about it later. I then get to talking to a person, and it's like, oh yeah, who do you work for? I'm like, who do I work for? Kotaku. I'm a Kotaku writer. I'm one of their lifestyle vloggers.
Wait, you seriously just like made that up?
Yes! He wasn't gonna check!
That's amazing.
Look, you know how many people post to Kotaku and they fire?
No, like, alright, you know, like, I was watching, God, what was his name? There's like an ex-IGN guy, Colin Moriarty, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Who was kind of like talking about the state of games journalism at one point. I was watching a video about him. And he makes some good points, you know.
Look, I'm not here to talk about just game. Look, it's just one of those awkward moments of just like, wait, this is actually a press release.
So I don't think that was Sephiroth's feather. My fan theory is that it was actually the feather from the...
It's probably Genesis.
From Genesis, played by Gact.
Yeah, he's actually... It's leaked, confirmed he's in this game.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, no, he fucking is in this game.
Well, okay, I'm gonna set it for 20 minutes because I have balls, but...
Yeah,
But seriously...
Yeah, no, Gact is fucking in this game.
As much as I liked Crisis Core, that particular stuff shouldn't be in it.
I want it so badly. I'm ready for terrible poetry.
Because, like...
No, you don't understand.
Because they're, like, trying to pretend like... okay, I'm Cloud. I'm Cloud going face-planting into the steel grate.
No, you don't understand, Matt. I love it so much for one reason. It's awful. It genuinely is one of the most awful things Square Enix could have
backstab's tail is not good days.
It's Gact playing a Final Fantasy character. I can't help
it. It's Gact playing himself.
Yes! It's awful. I love it. And I am ready for stupid, whatever poetry thing he says. I'm looking that up. Hold it. I wonder if I can read it. I'm going to look up passages,
Because I play Crisis Core. Crisis Core is what I was doing when I wasn't doing very well in programming class.
Hold it. Give me a
Sorry, Dad. I know you don't watch these streams.
Da, da, da. I know. Don't worry. You're disappointed to your father and me.
Well, you know.
Never seen this defense system before.
Some of us just can't help it if we have unpleasable boomer parents.
I'm gonna see if I can find actual... Ah, there we go.
I take no responsibility for this. I switch to Barrett.
I'm gonna see if I can find quotes from this. Okay. Men cry not for themselves,
Field generator.
but for their comrades. Okay, generic as fuck.
Men, you just described the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus, and take to sky. Ripples on the water surface. The wandering soul knows no rest. I'm just
Keep
doing...
the heat on. Field
My friends...
Field generator is immune to thunder?
Yes. My friends, the fates are cruel. There are no creeds. No honor remains. The arrow has left the bow of the goddess. My soul corrupted by vengeance. Hath endured torment to find the end of the journey. In my own salvation. In your eternal slumber.
What?
Legends shall speak of sacrifice at the world's end. The wind sails over the water's surface quietly, but surely.
I think I wasn't locked on. Okay, there now I'm locked on, so the camera
Even in the morrow is
focused
barren
on my
of
foe
promises.
that I must foe.
Nothing shall
Alright, Cloud, do your shit.
Nothing shall forestall my return to become the dew that quenches the land, to spare the sands, the seas, the skies. I offer thee this silent sacrifice.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I can't wait for this bullcrap. I hate it so much, but love it. It's awful.
Alright.
Use your fucking limit break, you asshole.
我はクラウドストライフ悪を断つそれぐられ
I am ready.
I feel like Cloud's probably cooler in Japanese in that regard.
Yes. Now,
This is very interesting, like steampunk robot.
You don't want to be hit by that.
it's a cool looking robot.
Ooh yeah.
Don't get hit.
So wait, can I?
Cover behind that debris.
R1 does not make me run, so I have to like.
Hide behind the thing. I believe.
Right. So like, if I leave auto battle on, yeah, like if I just let him auto battle, he just auto attacks. Because I've actually been bothering to press buttons, and so from what I can tell, for those of you who have not played this demo, letting auto battle happen or classic mode happen, he'll automatically attack, he'll do his thing, and you can only cut in if you want to use the menu commands. Whereas if you leave it in normal mode, then you do have to press the square button to get him to do his basic attack.
Yeah.
Which is not much of a trade-off, really.
It's look.
Because the AI is always guarding, from what you can see.
Heal up and regroup.
Look. It's how this game wants
So
to
I
do.
have to use spells from Barrett to heal Cloud. Yeah, this is not much of a change, honestly. Because considering the fact that I can go ahead and keep using my square button to attack. Oh wow! It even automatically runs behind cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so classic mode is designed for you Final Fantasy plebs who don't have a reaction time faster than 5 seconds.
It's true. Now, I did it. Look, I did. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the normal mode myself, since I have the most experience with Final Fantasy here.
I guess so. Yeah, like
I played every game except for 11.
I mean,
actually.
Dave's a sharp cookie, but Hal's got a faster reaction time.
Yeah, but who's played more streams? Who has at this point? Who has? But no, like in all seriousness, there are a couple games I would love to play for the thing. One game I want to play is Legrisser 1 and 2 for the Switch or PS4. It's a strategy game.
Let's see. We got abilities. Focus the thrust.
Thrust. Also, thank you. Also, Scarfy, I want to thank you for shouting me out on for you.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Yeah.
Let's do it.
But I worked with Scarfy on a couple things before, and he's great. If you guys want to, check out his stuff as well. Well, thanks, Ryan, for coming back. You let me down. You let me down, boy.
He went up to watch another stream.
Not us. Oh, no.
It's almost like we're small-time, insignificant YouTubers.
It's true. It's true, man.
We're doing this for fun.
We are doing this for fun. Look,
we ain't big boys like some of the big players.
Yeah, maybe one day we will be. Maybe one day we'll open a Patreon and then just be like, yo, guys, we can now support ourselves and do stuff. We believe in ourselves.
But this is really cool. Like, I like the style of this game, so, you know.
Like,
I've gone on about, like, how much I love, like, you know, Xenogears and stuff, Xenoblade. And this is turning me back on to Final Fantasy to see them do this.
look,
After years of, like, random Bishonen
honestly,
with way too many belts and zippers.
honestly, we're not playing as Noct, and that's half the battle right there. Fuck Noct.
Let's see. Can Barrett... Yeah, do Barrett.
Not to say that, like, if you like Noct, fine. I like aspects about him as a character, too.
Noct or Noctis?
Noctis. I call him Noct. It's his nickname in the game.
Okay. That's right. That was such a weird thing. Like, it's Final Fantasy, but they're like a boy band on a road trip.
It's not the
I
most...
hear it's the first Final Fantasy game that has no female party members.
Yes. Not necessarily true. You do have a guest party member who's female. But she's not permanent.
Yeah.
Unless you glitch the fuck out with her. And then you can make her permanent, I guess.
The bomb.
But no.
Oh no, it activated the bomb.
But FF15... Can I just have a rant on FF15 for a bit, man?
You are welcome to rant on whatever you want at this point.
Okay, fuck F15. First of all, I like the initial idea of a boy band trip, because you know what? That's a modern journey right there. And that's kind of an interesting idea. Like, a trip with your friends as the mystical journey. That's kind of cool. That's a great idea. But the game, oh my god, once we get to a certain point, you can't do fuck all with it. Oh, and you can only play as Noctis, who's a lazy fucking asshole who watches his friends do it while he hangs off a sword on a cliff.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, no, that does sound like him. And, my god, no, he's just not fun to play as.
Look at Barrett book it.
And look at Cloud here. Cloud has his big frick-off sword, and he's just slicing through things. My god. And then
I mean, that's his Zankanto right there.
And then he uses it as a shield to guard. I mean, Cloud's just better. I'm sorry, guys. You're stupid.
Cloud's a monster hunter. He's a great sword class. He can charge it up, and he can also use it to guard.
But no, I hate 15. Okay, I don't necessarily hate 15.
My only, like,
I want it to be better than it is.
My only, like, exposure to 15, like, positive or negative, was there was, like, this really cute girl I used to work with at a job who was, like, super into it, and that was really it. So, can't really say what that was.
My hero.
Honestly, the most FF15 does is that
her car had like a license plate that was like
a lot of people have been
chocobo.
A lot of people were accusing FF, especially of the later
we're gonna
games.
get like horrifyingly realistic chocobos in this game.
I want that.
They're like ostriches.
I want a realistic fat chocobo, man.
Dude,
I'm ready.
Yeah, no, you can't make fun of the diabetes choco.
But but honestly, there's aspects about FF15 that I think are good ideas. But this, so far, playing this demo, it does everything FF15 was trying to do, but better.
It sure seems like it.
Honestly,
you know, I just go back to that. Like, they've made so many iconic heroes and villains. You know, you've got your Cloud. There's Terra.
You're right.
Honestly,
Noctis looks so boring.
Like, they've made so many good characters already. And that's the problem, not just with this franchise. I've noticed it with other franchises that have gone on for way too long.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Some of the earlier characters they've come up with are way more interesting and fun than the later ones, because the later ones are actively trying to subvert their tropes.
Well, one of the big problems with some stuff, I've talked about this with superhero character design on Twitter and a couple other places, is that a lot of people just don't make good costuming anymore for superheroes. Mostly because it's either...
Because you can only make Spider-Man so many times.
Well, no, it's not Spider-Man. It's just general. Like, here's the thing. Cloud would not be out of place in a superhero comic.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, no.
Because he's super anime.
Yeah, and superheroes have been anime before. Iron Man has been a
Gundam.
Gundam.
I missed whatever I was targeting. Yeah, there we go.
Iron Man has been a Gundam and other stuff.
I saw that anime.
But I'm just saying...
What was it called? There was like a Marvel anime with Iron Man in it.
It's just...
Rise of the Technovore.
Yeah, no, honestly, superheroes aren't over the top anymore. A lot of it has to do with artists trying to make costumes cosplayer friendly. And if you're an artist, don't ever do that. You're an idiot. Stop it now.
Oh, hell no.
Look, honestly, just don't do spandex with lines.
Well, you know,
I asked you.
I mean, I had a deep discussion at one point with a artist professor about the use of spandex with lines, basically.
Wow.
And he kind of pointed out it was like one of the reasons for that is that the artist only needs to know how to draw human anatomy, and so, he staggered. Braver.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Well, it's not just that.
They only need to know how to draw human anatomy, and they draw the costume over that. So you draw like a muscular, male or female figure, and then you draw the costume.
Oh no, it's
and
not...
it makes it actually easier for multiple artists to pick up.
I get that to an extent, but what I'm saying is that just don't do
shiny.
Basic lines. Like put in a symbol,
Shiny.
give it a unique color.
Oh yeah, no, like what would Spider-Man be without his webs?
Yeah, no, oh god, you don't know how many artists try to get rid of that.
Dave loves Spider-Man more than life itself, so that's what I go to.
I have you should see
his
my
Christmas tree was covered in Spider-Man, and he's Jewish.
Dude, that is one of my favorite things I ever made. I think that is still great. I still have it up.
It was fun.
I actually still kind of have it up. I gotta take it down.
Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of that problem tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Since I am hanging out tomorrow with people,
Hal and Dave and another Dave had a few drinks, and we decided we would tidy up the joint
a little bit.
And
yeah.
So a few things got moved, a few gunpla got put away.
So many. I have if you guys don't know, I have a huge amount for.
He's got a museum of gunpla going on.
Basically, I'm a huge Gundam nut. Oh God, I actually just.
I love me some Gundam. I just don't have the time or the money or the energy.
I recently.
To get what you got.
I actually built the real great new Gundam recently.
Wow, that battle was over so fast that by the time I tried to access the menu, it was over.
You are already dead.
Omae wa shinderu.
But no, in all seriousness,
Nani?
I just enjoy a lot. But no, I want. Look, Final Fantasy was my first huge gaming franchise I wanted to follow everything and know all about.
Really? Oh, that's neat.
I played all the Crash Bandicoots before this, but Crash was great, but Final Fantasy was the first one that really got me looking into games as stories. In fact, it was the first time
I can see that, yeah.
FF7 was also the first time my mom was wowed by a game. When she heard the music from the game, she actually commented on it and was just, David, can you stay in that area? That's just beautiful music.
That's special, because I have a few games I played with my mom, mostly. And yeah, that's, when your parents who don't understand that stuff you're into, have a small amount of interest, it's always special. Mm-hmm. Yeah, check what's up in the chat. I've been focusing too hard on fighting.
Okay, Ryan. Next Christmas, get your Spider-Man covered in trees. It's great.
Or no, this is the elevator out of here. We're at the end of the demo.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're back at the end of the demo, guys.
Because regardless of the fact that we had 15 minutes remaining, because I'm a cocky one, says Barrett.
Yeah, you're cocky. You're either a pussy or cocky to Barrett. You're neither both. Oh wow! I just said that.
Sir.
Heidegger. Because I remember Heidegger was cartoony in the original, and now he's really serious.
I can also see them not listening. I can also see the voice thing maybe because this is also a demo.
Yeah.
Things could change later on as well.
Well, because I think in the original reveal of this game they had the Advent Children voice actors, and then they switched over to these new guys, who they do a good job.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's I'm kind of attached to the old actors, because Barrett was voiced by the guy who did Jet Black and Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So, that's an attachment, but I don't want to, throw shade on any new actors because this guy definitely is doing a good job.
Well, they're better than the new Ava cast. I'll give them that.
Oh my god. Don't even get me into where I had to lend out my old-timey Ava collection to someone.
Let me
so that they didn't have to watch the Netflix version.
Let me just tell you the good news, though. Anno finally got back control of Ava, and so did the creator of Fully Cooley on Fully Cooley. I am happy!
We don't have a lot of time.
Because fuck all
Run! The world's exploding and
could-
run!
that. Run.
Nope.
Run. Cloud, prove you're a good boy, Cloud. Again.
Believe me, you'd be the first
How's
to
just
know.
Cloud's toxic masculinity helping her up here?
Yeah, no, I enjoy Heidegger's design too. I really want to see Kate's design in this one too.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious how they're gonna handle some of the more like cartoony characters.
We do know
Red 13.
If you want to, you can actually look that up right now. I'm not.
Oh man, can't spoil
The
that, man.
entire game has been leaked, man.
I missed that. I watched some live streams of people playing this. This is the first time I'm actually hands-on with it, and that
the entire game got leaked, and it got data mined to hell and back. We know what scenes are in it.
So it goes to like the end of Midgard.
I don't know that far. I assume it does, but we do know a couple of the major ones. All right, guys, do you want me to actually talk about them, or do you not want me to?
I don't know.
I'll let them.
I'm gonna take a quick BRB.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let
We're
Hal
gonna decide what's up.
So I'll go over a couple of the things I do know that are in the next game, that are in this. But I'm gonna leave it to. I'm gonna let Hal get out of here, and I'll talk about it. And I'm gonna do this in. Okay. So yes, the cross-dressing section is in this fucking game. Never mind. Well, apparently that didn't go well. Okay, so the cross-dressing scene is in this entire game. Red 13 is in this game. Hojo is in this game. And I know Genesis is, oh, well. We're on a delay here. So, I probably should have said something about that. Anyway. But we do know that's in the game. So, like I said, it's actually pretty major what's in here. Though, if you want to look it up, you can find online all the unique things that are in the game. Like I said, the game's been data mined already. We know what's in there, and if you want to, you can look it up. This is what I know. That's it at this point. Honestly, I can't wait for the cross-dressing scene. Because... God, that scene is so good. Anyway, Hal's back. Hey, Hal.
Thank you.
So,
all right, let's see. We have been at it for like less than 2 hours.
now Shim, Yuffie, I'll tell you, Yuffie is in the game. Yuffie. Look, we'll see if Yuffie is... Yuffie's not going to appear until you're out in the world. So, honestly, like, we'll just have to wait on her for the next game. And I'm sure it'll be a big deal. But, we'll see what happens. So, what could we do?
Well, if you give me a moment to fiddle around, I could figure out how to hook up the PlayStation 3. And we could actually play the original version of the game. Because I have the... Greatest Hits box cover version of Final Fantasy VII on PS1.
Well, guys, you guys want to see?
Vote on that now while I go to do things.
Yeah, we're going to see about this one. But...
And if I have a charged PlayStation 3 controller.
That would help, actually. I know.
I haven't touched this game in like
Alright.
8 years.
So, alright guys, what everyone in chat, list your favorite Final Fantasy or favorite Final Fantasy character, and or favorite Final Fantasy sword. I'll take either.
Alright. There's the, I don't know where the remote one.
Here you go, boy.
Just gonna get this one.
Technical difficulties, we're setting this up right now. I see a yellow light, but it's not the yellow light of death, I hope.
That is not the right yellow light.
So is it plugged into the HDMI, or what's going on?
No, we gotta do the thing.
Oh, we gotta do the thing?
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the
Yeah, that
thing. Fair enough. Woo. He's doing a thing, guys.
I am.
He's making out with the TV, which is weird, but like not unexpected.
She may be old, but she is beautiful.
She has so many dimensions.
2 specifically.
Fair enough. Murasame is a good sword. I do enjoy it.
You see what I'm unplugging back here?
Ryan, I do think FF9 is a good choice. Terra is awesome. And, oh, yeah, plenty of great choices. Garnet is pretty cool. Shim, I do like Garnet. She is awesome. And I'm glad everybody is putting that in. Shim, Matt will play with, Hal will play with you later. I will also play with you later. And who knows, maybe I'll play with Johnny McJim later. We shall see.
Where do you get your ears blown out when we don't do an audio?
Oh, and I'm sorry, Johnny. Sorry for you catching the flu. I got a flu shot, so I'm immune now.
Be the coronavirus.
But it was...
We're
don't mention...
Not to get banned.
Don't mention things that start with... that have Ona and Iris in it.
But I like Mega Man X4.
That's fair!
Alright. If I did this right, I did this right.
I believe in you. Like, hopefully everything will work. Oh. God, you got the wrong flu then.
What?
Johnny McJim got the flu.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he got the flu shot. One of the things about it is that sometimes they predict a specific flu comes in, and sometimes it's not the flu, and you end up getting that other flu. It's really...
It's because there's different strains of it.
Yeah, basically. Sometimes you end up with the super flu.
I've never done that. Alright. Let's see. Good.
Alright, we're about ready, guys.
Not yet.
Aww.
PlayStation 3 doesn't have anything plugged into it right now.
And Iris in Lufia 2 is a complicated character for her time. That I do agree with. And also, Lufia 2 is an underrated RPG that more people need to play. Honestly, but not the remake. The remake kind of blows. But yeah, no, there's a lot of great JRPGs out there that really need more playing, in my opinion. Such a fun genre and has so many unique things. God, you know someone was mugged over Dragon Quest? Someone was mugged over Dragon Quest. And there's an entire quest line in Yakuza about it.
I'm gonna go kill the video on this whole PS4 situation. Don't mind us, guys. We are getting set up for the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
Alright.
We're setting up,
let's see.
We're setting up the legendary game FF7, which I do think at this point can be considered a legendary game, like Super Mario Brothers, and or the video game that I have in my head that will be an instant classic if I was talented enough to make it. You know, one of those.
All right, let's see. What do you guys even see? You guys are seeing the no signal screen. That's what you're supposed to see.
God, you know how...
Shoot. PS3's fighting with me.
Why is it fighting you? Why is it on the screen, man?
It's fighting with me.
Are you sure it's plugged into the TV?
It's plugged in, it's just... Hold on.
So...
How do you do that thing where the PS3 reconfigures its video?
I don't know. I haven't used a PS3 in years at this point.
Alright. Give me 1 second. I should have created a little graphic for, like, technical difficulties.
That's probably true. Huh, jeez. What?
Oh, I found it.
Cool. You found it! Congratulations, guys! We approved the Justice of Society!
Except for I don't think the PS3 setting is set right.
Why isn't it on the TV, if you don't mind me asking?
Because we switched it from being a component. We switched it from HDMI to component.
Oh, God, that... That's why...
I described this briefly earlier.
No, I know this issue. This was such a dumb issue.
It's because I've been too cheap to buy an HDMI splitter.
You whore.
I know, really? Alright. I think if I hold down the power button, it fixes itself.
I'm going to hope this works. Can't you just plug in the HDMI to the PS3?
No, it's doing it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's working.
We got it working, guys.
It's working!
Justice in society has been proven.
It's doing something. Yeah, okay, now it's at like 480.
Wow, I feel so old school at this point. Oh, God, this menu. Whew.
I liked this menu.
Yeah, no, it just feels very old school now.
Alright, so we got a... display settings, video output settings, component.
We're changing the terminal, guys.
Alright, we should be able to go up to 1080p.
I hope so. Or else there is no God, guys. No God at all.
Good.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna create our memory card, and we're good.
Cool.
Although our sound test is borked.
Well, we're just gonna have to hope for the best. So guys, you're experiencing the technical difficulties it takes up to set up a stream and or Let's Play before it happens. I hope you all are enjoying this.
Alright guys, we should be back online. You're going to have to tell us if we are too loud though, because our sound test was calibrated for the PlayStation 4 on an HDMI, not on a PlayStation 3 on a component controller.
This is going to be interesting, guys. And by interesting, I mean horrifying. And by horrifying, I mean lovely.
Where'd the remote go?
It's up here.
I took it over there.
You did.
Took it over there.
You did, you boik. So this is going to be interesting, guys. Tell us how bad the sound is. Because as we discovered during our first horrible Let's Play of Final Fantasy of Mega Man X.
This is the reason why Mega Man X4 got delayed, is because we couldn't hear ourselves.
Yeah, that game is surprisingly loud. Back when it was, Nobuo Matsu. I love you.
Yeah, so if the sound is too loud, let us know, please.
Yeah, this... God, the nostalgia. I love it. Also, why wasn't that the logo for Final Fantasy X?
Because they had to have the tattoo for Final Fantasy X.
I know, it's true.
I knew people who had that tattoo.
Oh yeah, that's just a cool freaking logo. God, it brings me back, the music.
But apparently it's working and it's not glitching out like it was that one time when we played Gundam.
Yeah, I love this game, man. So good.
So you see, for those of us who have played with component video cables, they come with like, yellow, purple, and red or whatever. So if any one of those cuts out, you get a really weird colored picture. And we had that happen when we were trying to record a Gundam game at one point.
Yeah, it was weird. But we learned, and now we grow as people. God, I hope the PS5 is able to play everything like it supposedly is.
That sounds like a wild promise. I gotta see it to believe it.
I know.
CD and movie programmer.
But there's rumors about it, and I would prefer it if it was true. At least be able to play everything PS2 and up. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Johnny McJim is gonna skedaddle. He doesn't want it to be spoiled.
Good
night,
night,
Johnny McJim. Glad you could join us.
Alright.
I guess they're just running credits, so we're gonna skip ahead.
Yeah. This is... So, guys... Okay, this is iconic screen. Everybody agree?
Yep, no one will forget that sword.
Yep.
Or do you want to pilot this, Dave?
I'll let you pilot it. You're
Right.
the less FF experienced guy here, and plus, you need to make up for your streaming time.
Apparently I do. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said. Man, guys, I can't wait for the Popeye the Sailor Men to show up. Okay, now...
We can make a direct comparison right here.
Yeah, no, this is definitely one of those things of... I'm glad we're doing this to at least see the comparison. Because it's definitely going to be interesting to just kind of compare and contrast.
My god, it's full of stars.
It is full of stars. And man, this was technically advanced back in the day. And the reason why it didn't end up on the N64...
Alright, so we got Erisu.
Erisu. You can actually...
doing her thing.
Yeah. And
So she was there by, like, the pipe.
Yep. No, dude, like, that was almost an exact scene for scene. The only thing I think we're going to miss out on is, like, the flower being stepped on. Because they couldn't really afford that many human models. Like, you can even see it in some cases. You can see some of the models there actually had Popeye arms.
Yeah, I don't know why that was the direction they wanted to go in.
They didn't know how to render them all fully, especially with the pre-paint backgrounds. Look, this was a very advanced game. Because keep in mind, they went from FF6 to this. There was going to be a huge difference in feel. But it still has that feel right there. And honestly, it does kind of give an epic thing. I love the color. And then it just shifts into the scene.
Yeah, it does.
It's really neat, honestly.
Right,
And-
so, like, Jesse and Biggs show up, and Wedge is still fat.
Yep. Barrett's there, and this time we can see his huge manly chest. Yep. Come on, newcomer. Follow me. Who is our newcomer? We don't know yet, but we're about to find out.
I tried to use the analog stick and it didn't work.
Remember, the D-pad, motherfucker! Ah, yes, the machine gun. Can you win? Oh, look, apparently fighting works. But yeah, this was really advanced for its time, blah, blah, blah. You know, you need to appreciate it, you motherfuckers. No, you guys are all lovely people. You guys are all lovely people. And you level up. And you have a potion, man.
Wait, am I level 7?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, like this...
I didn't realize just how accurate that was.
Yeah, no, this... The detail is...
And then you go over here and they're like messing with stuff, and Fat Kid's still fat.
Yep. And Jesse's there. Hey, Biggs! Soldier, aren't they the enemy? Now, supposedly this is not the best translation, and it kind of isn't.
Aren't there more than one translation? Alright, we can name him Cloud, or Cloud,
We're
or
gonna name him Crowd. We're just gonna replace the L with an R.
How do I backspace? It's...
Square.
Nope.
Oh?
Alright, you are now...
Or we could go with what people assumed his name was Claude.
Crowd.
Crowd.
His name is now Crowd.
Crowd! Crowd, the greatest hero.
I'm Crowd Slife.
Crowd's life.
Crowd Slife.
I kinda like that. Like Cloud's evil doppelganger from another dimension.
He has a goatee.
I'm Cloud's life.
What the hell are you all doing? Mr. T wants
Our
to...
target's the North Mako reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it.
Yeah.
The North, guys. We gotta go to the North. Ex-soldier, huh? Don't trust you. Barrett, clearly we need to name him Ballot.
Way ahead of you.
We're horrible people making obscure Japanese language jokes. Alright guys, his name is Ballot.
He's Ballot Walrus. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they use the 3D perspective.
I thought you left us, Scarfy. Good to see you're still here for the ride.
How's it going, dude? Mm-hmm. Secrets. Secrets.
Secret.
Nope.
Random encounter.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Wait, wrong game.
Yeah, no, we are in the wrong game.
Tentacle.
Apparently, according to Ryan, our friend, his grandmother tried to play and couldn't figure out the naming thing, so he was named Chloe. But we have to believe in our hero Crowd, guys. You have to cheer him on.
And his special attack, crowd control.
I do like how they do have the same monster enemy even then. It's like, Jesus. They were like, how accurate can we be while also being...
So hitting the select button makes the little pointer pop up.
Oh.
And it also shows you where entrances, exits, and other things are.
I just leave that on the entire game. For the most part.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. This is their first try at doing something like
Honestly, I'm surprised it's even there because some games don't even think, oh yeah, we should probably put something like that in even back in the day. As you can see, we're finding all the enemies that were in the demo too. Like that little robot thing was there too.
this. Yeah, wow, that's attention to detail.
Yeah. Honestly, it really feels like that. Now, we just have to wait for the active time battle system! Woo!
Yeah, unlike Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. Chrono
Take everything. Why would you not take everything?
Because on occasion, you actually... I don't think there's any space management in this game. Unless you have, like, full inventory of one
Alright,
specific
Mr. T,
item.
what's up? Ballot. Yo, this is your first time in a reactor.
Oh wow, I didn't realize Legend of Dragoon does that. That's a game. That's one of the only JRPGs on the PlayStation I have no experience with, because I played all the Wild Arms games. Actually, those are really underrated too. Very good games. Because instead of fantasy, they go for a Wild West styled RPG, which, God, can I just say that the JRPGs who are like, we're going to be about pirates and or cowboys, I appreciate your existence. God, if I could just make an entire thing about, like, Skies Arcadia.
Chest.
The pleasure chest.
Treasure chest.
The pleasure chest.
I can't do it.
We can't, that is so hard.
Alright. Jesse, do your thing, Jesse.
So
we were listening to some really good like remixes of these music.
Yeah, dude, this music is classic. It feels... God. I think this is like the imperfect industrial soundtrack. I'm running an
Well,
RPG.
you know, just ask the, like, Iron Man. I am Iron Man,
Nah.
doing the things that Iron can. Wait.
Honestly, I would say this is better than Iron Man. I know some people are like, David, how can you say that? And I'm like, dude, this is like perfect ambient industrial music. I don't think
because it's got that hammering sound to it.
Yeah. The planet's dying, crowd!
It's not
The
my
only
name.
thing I care about is finishing this job before the security and rebel gets
Say that
out.
again.
I'm just shaking my gun fist. My gut. And now I just fuse into Cloud.
He went inside me. I'm not comfortable.
You're just gonna have to accept it. And or put in a very awkward label that I'm sure you're all imagining right now. That I won't mention on YouTube for obvious reasons.
I wanna go up. Dun, dun.
And this time you have Barrett. Woo! Or Ballot.
Yeah, crowd and ballot.
Can Crowd and Ballot survive? Who knows, guys? But yeah.
That's right. His gun arm can attack the back row.
Yep. And that's what made him very unique to have. And also, you can give him an axe hand at some point in the game and make him entirely useless.
That sounds like how I would play Dark Souls.
Yes. That's how you should play Dark Souls, clearly. But no, like, in all, like...
Yeah, so, like, this area was actually pretty well recreated in the,
Oh, yeah. No, it actually does feel like that. I'll say this about any Final Fantasy remake Square has done. They end up sticking rather true with it, even with major changes. A good example is FF...
Wait, somehow went
Have
the wrong
you
way.
seen the Final Fantasy 3 remake for the DS?
Jump across. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, just say.
Push the OK button.
For people who don't know, that one actually... In the original FF3, none of your party members actually had characters. They were just kind of what I like to call slots, where you can customize them at your whim. In the DS remake, they actually gave them unique names and characters
Yeah?
instead, and it's not bad, honestly.
This is always like they were like the Warrior of Light or whatever.
Yeah, basically. I think they did that because 2 was very experimental. For anybody who knows about it,
You're already fighting ninjas.
Yes, of course. Why not? They're ninjas. And this was actually a pretty big deal. Because they want to also make the battles more cinematic to make it more appealing to people to play RPGs.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the time where, thanks to 3D graphics, they were able to do these things.
Yeah, and I think without the leap to 3D and the cinematics, JRPGs would not have become as popular in the West. Because the long battle animations really made people like sit down and actually take a look at it. Not to say that the other games before this weren't as
The
good.
long, impossible battle animations where the sun explodes.
Yes, that did help.
Got a potion.
But anyway, with all this,
I was challenged by enemies on the ladder. Dave, explain this to me.
they're ladder mites, don't you know?
Get back attack.
And they also have...
Run!
Look, dude, you need experience. You're about to fight a boss.
I know.
Come on, man. Don't be a coward.
But I need Ballot to attack them.
But anyway, with FF3, they gave them unique characters, but at the same time, the game was rather true to the original source material. And you could do a lot of customization on them, like the class... Because FF3 introduced the class change system. And that was a very big deal for FF in general. I don't think it was perfected until FF5, though. What go? Oh, that. Here's your power
Hal
stone.
needs the power. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna let you tag in for a second.
Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is one of those games.
Yeah, play with the D-pad, huh?
No, I'm actually remembering, because I remember this was like the first time I was exposed to what I like to call the Japanese, O. where basically it's the select button. The save
You're
point!
referring to how the circle and X
The
buttons
save point!
are reversed?
Yes. The save.
Oh, see, I was exposed to that thanks to Metal Gear Solid, so it just made sense to me at this point.
Yeah, no. I was not exposed to that at that point, but... Oh, wait, hold it. Never mind.
You gonna save over my file with Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa?
Yes! No, I didn't. Because I'm not a dick.
Oh, okay.
Like my sister.
What?
There are memories, man. Dark memories!
Dark memories of your sister?
Yes. But, yes, dark memories of my sister, man. Oh, hey, these guys!
Yeah, so like the ninjas and... Is that still called a sweeper?
Yes, I think so, but I'll double check in a sec. Oh, hey, limit break. Good, good, good.
Yeah, this is what they were talking about, where the limit break has been growing across these battles for us.
Yeah.
With each hit we take, we reach the limit to break.
We are the limit break. Oh god, smoke shot. No!
The Galaxy Defenders!
Oh god dang it.
You chose to defend?
I did. I thought
Why?
I forgot how limit break actually worked in this game for a second.
You press circle upon limit break and big shot happens.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man.
How else do you prove that you are Mr. T?
I thought there was like a sub-menu type system because...
I guess he does have like a tattoo on his arm.
Yeah. And then our limit is back to normal. So this was actually a mechanic that was kind of introduced in FF6, believe it or not. Because in FF6 there was something called desperation attacks. For anybody who remembers, if you get to low enough HP, you end up getting a special attack off. And they did that in a...
Is that how you suplex the train?
No, you can just do that naturally. Because Sabin is awesome.
That was the best part of that whole game.
Yeah. Ah, dang it.
Press circle. You
Oh.
got restore materia.
Yay.
Look at this fancy pants reactor over here compared to the other one.
Time to set the bomb.
That demo is so accurate. And I guess that's the thing, is they didn't want to remake this game because they felt like they'd have to be so faithful to the original so as to not, like,
Piss off
upset
people.
fans. Yeah.
I also think that Square has... Because this is still, I think, the best-selling Final Fantasy ever. And I could, like, I don't know, like, in terms of just overall...
Alright. Scorpion Sentinel, or...
Just use Bolt.
You might want to heal Cloud.
Maybe. Or do that. But we'll give Crowd a potion.
Crowd.
We want to make sure Crowd is good. Pity the fool.
Not pity the fool who uses a potion on the wrong guy.
Yeah, no. I was looking at the menu and I should have been looking above, but I was wrong. But Barrett will be fine.
I just looked at my phone and had a billion messages, so I am clearing them.
You need to clear everything.
Messages sent by Kyoji!
Why is Kyoji sending you messages?
I don't know. He's my brother!
Not the tail laser.
Well, you forgot to duck and cover, that's why.
Oh yeah, no, we are clearly outmatched here.
That was interesting, because, like, when Skies of Arcadia actually had positioning factor into things, even though you had no control over your character's positioning.
Yeah.
Now, braver is where it should be. A limit break. Alright, Ballot is slowly dying in front of us.
He'll be fine.
Wait, you're... Ah. When its tail's up, you're supposed to not attack it, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's why I kept attacking with tail laser.
Yeah, I did.
That's why you let our poor friend Bauer Walrus die.
He'll be fine. See, he's fine.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson thinks we're gonna die.
I don't think we're gonna die. We just have to be braver. Oh look, we did it.
Ryan Johnson says, black guy always dies first. Thank you for making the joke we've been avoiding all night.
Oh! Hey,
But this stream has gone on long enough that the, YouTube police can't get us, I'm sure. "10 minutes.
10 minutes to die.
Awfully cocky, aren't you?" Do you want to save that game?
I'll be fine.
He's fine, he won't die. Them 90s tropes.
I'll be fine, guys. If I can actually use the ladder, that would probably be helpful.
Oh no, it's in 3 dimensions. Go save a girl.
I have to save! Come on, Jesse. Let's go! Oh, wow. Yeah, there is, like, a lot, like, in that remake. They're just like, oh, yeah!
That's what's interesting is, because to me, if I were the one who was making this, I'd be like, by the way, the timer keeps running during this fight, so hurry up.
Yeah. It's gonna...
Better make a move.
Well, that's why I'm running.
Yeah, you're not running fast enough, though.
Running!
It's fascinating that they chose to... You probably want to heal up right now. I think going to the menu is fine. You don't lose time. Ooh, you out of potions?
Hold it. Thankfully,
Use magic.
I just gotta remember magic. It doesn't have magic, so I think I'm just gonna have to equip...
No, use the materia that you got. You got to restore materia.
Yeah, I just gotta remember how to equip.
Okay, so...
Hold it, wait a minute.
Equip? Maybe?
Equip. Okay, Gatling gun, assault gun. I don't think we can equip materia yet!
Are you serious?
Yeah?
Well, don't die then.
Thankfully it's not that big a deal, but it's gonna come up. We should be fine.
Yeah, we got this. Keep running, Cloud. Keep running. Crowd. He's crowding us out. It's like, wrong elevator.
Wrong elevator.
Right elevator.
Push the button, switch on! Alright. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Hey.
Yeah, I feel like these code deciphered parts are kind of like what the lasers were,
Yeah, basically.
except for without the laser fetish.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can take these guys on.
Because they mostly die in one hit from Cloud's sword.
Yeah. Better to just take these guys out.
Yeah, definitely, like, you look back on this, and it's really interesting what they chose to do, and you kind of see why they wouldn't do it on the N64.
Honestly, Square always like oh, thank God!
Ryan Johnson thinks we should watch the fireworks up close. By staying.
No, clearly we need...
We left the fat kid over here.
Well, yeah, we can't take Chumley with us.
I can't get over that. It's like... Boom.
Yay.
Alright, so they don't have the bit with, like, Heidegger and the Shinra president.
Honestly,
planning to frame
one
us.
of the things about later Final Fantasy VII sequels and stuff was they give a lot more characterization to Shinra, and it feels like they really want to do that because you actually look at later stuff, and even in this game.
There we go. That's the end of the demo.
Yep. So, guys, how does it compare? Who win? Who loses?
Yeah, that demo by the way. But now we can go see Tifa.
Yay! Into the fire. We're free. Free before the thunderstorm.
Oh no, the fat kid ignited.
I wonder if that's going to be in the remake at all. But nah. Alright, guys, let's get out of here. We're going to Section 8, guys. Sector 8, sorry. Sector 8. Hey, hey. 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 It's back your money. Save it.
Save it to her back in the hideout, fool.
I want my money, honey. As the famous quote from Luke Cage gave to Dr. Doom.
Hmm?
So the best Luke Cage story ever is Dr. Doom stiffed Luke Cage out $200. So Luke Cage steals one of the Fantastic Four cars, and oh hey, Flower Girl, who's clearly not important to the plot.
Yeah, so shit exploded.
Nothing. Hey, listen.
What if Cloud was like a stoner and he comes up and be like, dude, did you see the way it exploded? Hey babe, you got flowers over there?
I'm gonna take this flower.
Shim says he wishes he could make models and animations like this. You can, because I'm fairly sure they have no more than 50 polygons in any given model in this game.
At this point, yeah.
This is the PlayStation 1, and this was their first attempt. This wasn't like Final Fantasy 9 where they figured out how to have like incredibly detailed textures on low poly models.
Yeah. And later.
Of course, Luke Cage steals. He used to be in jail.
No.
Scarvy the Strange says we need to impress Eris with our laser fetish.
Our laser fetish.
I don't know. I feel like she'd be into like, I don't know, some kind of like all natural stuff.
No. You see, Eris is like into ironic fetishes.
Okay.
So she'd totally be into lasers things because it makes her feel like a bad girl. Oh, pollute the land, baby!
she's like finally letting herself go.
I know, right?
So Crowd is fighting. What are these guys called?
Shinra soldiers, I believe.
Okay. That's right. They don't really show the name of the enemy that you're facing. You just point a little pointy finger, a little Mario glove at them.
Yeah. I'm running, guys. I'm just gonna fight them like a badass. Oh my god, this is foreshadowing Zack. Fuck!
Foreshadowing Zack, and also Zack was already here and possibly better at this. Because I played Crisis Core, and I'm just like, wait, Cloud just stole everything from his senpai.
That's pretty much the entire point, because the whole idea about Cloud is that...
He's a chronic liar.
No, he's a role player.
Crowd is LARPing.
Yeah, basically. Cloud is LARPing, essentially. The whole idea, look, I hate using the term deconstruction because I feel like it's overused
Well,
in terms of
this was the 90s. Deconstruction had not yet been overused.
Well, we already had Evangelion. We also
That was
had...
one deconstruction.
Well, Watchmen was also pretty big in the 90s, and if you were into superhero comics...
Wasn't that the 80s?
Yeah!
Look at this chibi. Look at this chibi jumping on the train.
Yep. But that was like the late 80s. So, it's more into the 90s.
The Norndies.
The 90s. And the 90s was all about ironic culture and bullshit like that. Crowd never came.
He must have gotten crowded out, eh, boss? We turned this into like a 90s cartoon where they keep making puns on it.
God. I feel so crowded.
It was so crowded when he was over here.
4's alright, but 5 was a crowd. No way. I don't believe he's dead.
Let's see.
Crowd.
Ryan Johnson says he hasn't played any other FF7 battles.
Like I said, I hope everyone's enjoying this.
Yeah, well, we burned out the demo, and usually when we do to like record something, we go for about as long as we've been going. So that's why we're doing this now. That demo was short.
Yeah.
That our each run through the demo took about 50 minutes each.
Yeah. Crowd, yay!
I'm so bad at.
And this was
We're just we're having fun, and because we haven't done this in so long.
Yeah, and plus, I love Final Fantasy and talking about it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite franchises.
It's so fascinating.
Shit. That's the first time I saw shit in a video game, guys.
He gets to swear.
Yeah.
Because he's a black man.
Well, I forgot how many Ebonics Barrett actually gets in this game.
I'm taking out your money, hot stuff.
Yeah. Wake up! We're moving out, follow me! He really was just Mr. T, and I don't want...
Yeah, and that's probably why people were...
Yeah, supposedly there's a translation of FF7 out there that's a better version. Basically more faithfully translated.
Is it official?
No, it's not, because Square Enix just does it, and it's here you go, no matter how good it is. Dude, you don't know how much crap they tend to keep. It's only very rarely they go back and actually fix things.
Well, it's like, Mega Man X5 got translated by the actress that played Claire Redfield in Resident Evil.
Well, sub of Submariner.
And, when we finally get around to playing through that game, we're going to play the Legacy Collection version, which has a corrected translation.
True. We could talk about some of my favorite translations. Of course, everybody knows, yes, Spoony Bard.
But this is so, cyberpunk going on here. If you look at the people that they chased out of the train car...
Yeah.
It was some... I don't know, some lady in a provocative outfit or something. As far as 50 polygons can tell us.
Do we want to talk about? So do we want to talk about the idea that maybe Cloud Strife is possibly Luke Skywalker?
Sure, but let's keep playing the game while we talk about that.
Okay, because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to actually think about it. Because Luke, there are actually similarities there.
You keep talking to the hobo.
Dang it. Because I keep pressing O!
Yeah, this is New York, apparently. Or Los Angeles, wherever hobos sleep on the subway.
Because I'm just kind of thinking about it, because there are similarities here.
I was gonna say, I don't use the subway where I live, so I don't know if hobos sleep on it. And I don't want to know.
I ran into a hobo once on the subway in New York.
Look, it's a 3D model!
Yeah, man! But, no, because I'm actually thinking about it now, I'm does have some Luke Skywalker in him. At least a little bit. Basically Luke Skywalker trying to pretend to be a bigger badass. Kind of reminds me of his characterization a bit in Return of the Jedi, if I'm thinking about it now.
Huh.
And not fully, I think Cloud's enough of his own character that I wouldn't call him a one-to-one. But thinking about it, there may be something there.
I mean, considering they have Biggs and Wedge, yeah, there might be a little Star Wars influence in there.
If you want...
AJ Shim says that Mark Hamill should voice Cloud.
Honestly, if he was younger,
hey,
he probably could have done it very well.
May the floss be with you.
We always know him for his villain roles, but we also remember him for being in Wing Commander of all things.
There was I just remember that. So there was Batman Arkham Asylum, and then there was a game called Darksiders, which I guess they made a bunch of sequels to that no one played. But
I try to forget about that because honestly, oh god.
So in the original Darksiders, you play as War of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and he has like a spirit guide who is voiced by Mark Hamill, who just sounds like the Joker.
Oh, dude.
He's like, why don't you go over there and slaughter them? You know.
I heard about.
Yeah, the critics were just like, why is Mark Hamill using the Joker voice so soon after Batman Arkham Asylum?
I don't know. Honestly, I last time I heard about Darksiders was that there was a third one where I think you play as Fury or something.
Because it's like it's war, death, but then like the other two horsemen of the apocalypse in the Bible are not exciting enough to make video games out of, so they made up their own.
That
because it's like war, death, you know, like pestilence, and I forget, but it's like. So they're just like, well, okay, watching things slowly die of disease is not a good action game.
I heard that Fury is an awful protagonist, and I kind of want to see that. Because I am into horrifying, terrible protagonists and making fun of them.
Also, they had to be, like, politically correct so that, like, Fury is, like, a female protagonist.
I don't care. Like, dude, like, that's fine by me. Like, look, honestly...
I'm just impressed that the franchise survived being absorbed by Ubisoft.
Look, honestly, okay, so you know what, that is kind of weird because they're the four horsemen of the apocalypse, but who cares? Look, who cares?
The four horsemen of the video game apocalypse.
Who cares?
Ubisoft, EA.
Who cares about Darksiders in general? It's literally just God of War Zelda. God of Zelda.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Because that is exactly why I never finished playing the original Darksiders. Because I got about halfway through the game, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's very like God of War, very Zelda. And then what game came out when I was playing it? But God of War 3.
Oh, yeah.
And so I immediately dropped Darksiders and played God of War 3.
That sounded like a better use of your time.
And then Kratos, the angriest man on Earth, who refuses to die. Zeus, your son has come home.
But honestly, my big issue with, like, frickin' Darksiders is that it's just not that interesting. Especially because... Alright, so do you know who did the designs for Darksiders?
Who?
Joe Madureira, actually.
Who?
You might not have heard of him, but he's a very important comic book artist.
Because I just remember back when I used to watch, like, Zero Punctuation, Yahtzee was all like... He looks like he walked through IKEA. He looks like he walked through Bed Bath & Beyond with a Magnodon, and that's his armor got attached to him.
Have you heard of the Steam game, Battle Chasers?
Oh, no, I've seen that.
Yeah. So Joe Madureira...
But that's like this, like, pseudo-manga.
Yes!
Because it was like an old comic book, and it was like... He helped out with the...
yeah, he was also the main character designer of Darksiders.
Cannon Busters.
Yeah.
He helped out with Cannon Busters.
Yeah.
Which was a spectacularly average Netflix anime.
Yeah, no. Joe Madureira is actually weirdly important for comic book arts.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't do a lot, actually. And he was incredibly late because he was too busy playing video games, and he got famous at, like, 23.
Damn.
Yeah. But basically, he became one of the most important comic book artists because he did something for the American market. He actually made it okay to draw like manga.
AJ Shim says Joe Madureira made Witchblade.
No. You might be thinking of Michael Turner, who is also a very good artist.
So once upon a time, there was like a... I don't know if it was like the Funimation channel or what it was, but it was like an anime channel, and they had... like Witchblade on, and that's how I saw the Witchblade anime. But that's all I know of Witchblade.
Witchblade is a weird beast of a franchise.
Where they had like the... But I guess like they had the censored version. because there's apparently like a Blu-ray, like uncensored version of Witchblade out there that is quite a bit more provocative.
A little bit. Were you watching it where she was mostly black and not showing?
Yeah, no,
that was censored.
because it was the TV version. But they also had like Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, or something.
Oh God! I hear how that manga devolved.
Apacha,
We call it.
apacha.
Well, that's when the manga devolves into fetish material. The series, I hear.
I mean, it was like halfway there already. Shit.
Oh, we're halfway there. I'm not gonna finish this song with
Anyways.
copyright strike.
Yeah, I'm sure your voice talents are enough to get us struck.
I've seen.
Let's see. Cranberry Damia says it was the anime channel. I guess it was the anime channel. I don't.
They
remember.
had a. So Funimation had an anime channel, but they didn't call it the Funimation channel, or something.
I
like
remember
that.
it mostly showed Funimation stuff because that's how I saw the beginning and end of Aquarion, which were apparently the best parts of the entire show.
Here, I'm gonna sleep now.
He sleeps standing up with his arms crossed.
That's like the most Batman thing ever. I'm gonna say that because it implied. I remember the Tim Burton movies implied that Batman slept upside down like a bat. Now you guys might be thinking, David,
Batman was special.
aren't you crazy? And I'm like, no, watch that movie again. And
No, I remember those.
I love the Tim Burton Batman films, if only because I believe in the army of penguins.
Let's see. AJ Shim says it could have been worse, David. It could have been Savage Dragon.
Savage Dragon was a thing. But anyway, Joe
Wasn't he on like USA?
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes. I saw a couple episodes as a kid, actually.
Same place they put the Street Fighter cartoon.
Yeah. So did you?
Bison!
So did you ever hear about the faux crossover with Street Fighter, Savage Dragon, Darkstalkers, and something else?
Yeah, you've talked about it and how it didn't actually happen ultimately.
Kinda did, kinda didn't.
Papa!
Papa Barrett, he makes me happy.
Marlene.
Aren't you gonna say anything to crowd? No, his name doesn't make sense.
Look at home cry. And so we have our 1997 polygonal sex symbol right here.
Yep, Tifa. Whoever you want. Okay, guys, what do I name her?
What would the English
All right, guys.
be like? Chica or something?
Yeah, I'll just do this. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna.
We're just gonna select it.
Here. Here.
Tits. Okay.
All right,
We're
I'm
being
done.
very literal minded tonight.
I
There
know.
may have been some alcohol involved.
I know. I'll be nice. I'm not gonna play with that the
Show
entire.
respect for the lady.
All right. All right. Here, we'll do it. We'll. Tilf.
Tilf.
Tifa, I like to fuck.
Well, Space Cadets, this is taking a turn.
I know. I'm horrible. All right. Look,
Dave is indecisive.
I'm indecisive because I don't want to be too much of a pervert here.
Too late for that. Ryan
true.
Johnson says that it should be Punchy McGee.
Donkey Punch.
Scarvy the Strange says it should be Jiggles.
I kind of like Jiggles.
Put that on like your
We'll put it on the maybe
birth-
list.
You put it on your birth certificate, and it's like, you know, name Jiggles, full name Jiggles McGee.
Jiggles.
Jiggles the Clown.
Oh, fuck it.
That is a strange fetish.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna call her Jiggles. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's her name now.
Well, thank you, Space Cadets. You've made this all possible by viewers like you.
Let's see what happens. Jiggles. A flower for me? Oh, crowd, you shouldn't have. This is gonna be so bad.
at least we didn't choose AJ Shim's Uganda Knuckles.
Knuckle. I couldn't pick that. But I think we gotta give it to Jiggles, guys. Okay. Dialogue. I'm now drinking with them. Yay. Let's see if they talk about Jiggles. Hey, Jiggles really knows how to cook.
She shakes it to heat it up.
Jiggles always wants me to cooking.
Well, now this has gone very far south.
Well, this is what happens when you name someone Jiggles.
What? We just got demonetized? Well, you have to monetize us in the first place for that to matter.
Okay, the arcade machine. Because I'm trying to remember here. Oh, hey, Barrett. Welcome.
Papa!
Papa! I just wonder what else we could name. I'm just wondering what else we could name the characters when we get to them.
I mean, you know, first it was English, and then we just completely devolved from there.
At this point, to be fair, there's not really ways to mess up Tifa. I could have called her Tits, but I just didn't want to be that on the nose. But I think Jiggles might be worse. I don't know, guys, anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's just synonyms at that point.
Yeah. How much shame should I feel, guys? How much shame?
Dude, that guy just needed a camera splat.
Pretty much. I wish I could rename everything.
Skinny ass is working for Avalanche.
Staying with Shinra, you asked me a question. I answered it. That's all.
Why does it say Sin on the TV? Are they foreshadowing Final Fantasy X?
Yeah, something like that.
Final Fantasy X, Illuminati confirmed.
Wait, crud! Jiggles, let him go! Looks like he still misses the Shinra!
He still misses the Shinra, man!
I'm not gonna call it Shinra anymore. I'm just gonna call it the Shinra.
Yo, yeah, you missed the Shinra. Go over there. Go walk
Are
away.
you just freaking Boomhauer from King of the Hill now? I don't know what.
Barrett becomes Boomhauer.
I don't care about either. I don't care about the Shinra or Soldier.
Big soul boy over here, you mess him up with the Shinra. He go want to blow the reactor. He want to come over here and he needs blue.
Why?
Doesn't have water.
The fact that you can do that so well, like, are you secretly from Texas? I know you're fucking from Ohio. You're a robot from Ohio. Why are you a robot from Texas?
I can be a robot from wherever I want to, thank you.
Fair enough, I guess. I guess the Shinra has been messing with you. You've been watching too much of the Shinra propaganda.
I don't care about Avalanche on the planet for that matter.
Trading things up with everyone for me. Alright, let's take the arcade machine.
I just want to be friends. Blow them, I don't care.
I guess I'm gonna blow off Jiggles.
That's what it do be like that sometimes.
I look kind of lonely to Jiggles. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be away from Jiggles. I am now sad.
Something to be said for the music here, because this is a theory I've been kind of concocting for decades, that it goes back to how they had limited instrumentation that they could work with back on these systems, and so it forced them to be more creative with the kind of music that they created.
No, that's definitely the case. They actually say that in, like, most of the things about it. And honestly, just ended up creating something memorable.
Yeah, because they only have, 3 instruments to work with, so...
They had a bigger soundboard than they had on the SNES, but still.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. We're flashbacking with Jiggles.
Look at this story. Look at this story happening.
Look, well...
I have no mouth and I must anime.
I have no mouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
back then. Come on, Jiggles, let's look into the
I
sky.
think you're never coming as together.
Alright, look, it's Little Cloud. Or Little Crowd.
Little crowd strat.
He still has a big spike in his head. Sorry I'm late.
Welcome back, Vincent Asuna. And according to AJ Shim, we need to call Vincent Edward Cullen.
I don't think we can put that many into it, but we'll keep it under consideration. I personally want to call him Morbius.
Look at this, like, prom dress that Tifa's wearing.
I can't wait to see this in HD, if you know what I mean. Oh wait, never mind.
I've already seen people like complaining about Tifa and her design choices.
All boys are leaving our town apparently. I want to really see what this environment looks like in the game for one reason. Because here's the thing, we've only really seen Shinra and city environments. This has more like a low quality shantytown feel. I really want to see what that looks like in the game. Because Final Fantasy VII does have a lot of different environments. Oh yeah, and Cloud has a ponytail.
That's the weird thing about the world is that there is one city, there's one big city in the whole world that has like all the technology and everything else is stuck in the Dark Ages.
Kind of.
It's like you've got like, you know, Neo Tokyo over here and then...
Hal, it's called a metaphor.
Sephiroth, the great Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, the great Sephiroth.
You got that dang old Sephiroth, you got a big sword.
He's got a big sword.
Sephiroth, look
Jiggles,
at
I
that dang
love
old
the
long
sword.
sword.
God dang it.
Dang old long sword, ladies love the long sword, he's gonna really impress everyone.
Why is
when he goes to the Midgard reactor,
why
he
the
goes
fuck
to
is everyone
say hello
in
to
power
Genoa.
Isn't it hard to join Soldier?
And then hard Genoa, I really want to come back to this town for a while.
I don't know what.
Now it's just fun to do.
The fact that you're able to do that, oh god, that's just shockingly impressive. You horrible monster, you. Will you be in the newspapers if you do well? Yes.
They don't have newspapers in the future. They have.
Oh god, guys, we have to make a promise with
internet
Jiggles.
tabloids.
We have to make a promise with Jiggles, guys. We'll have to save Jiggles.
You know, there might be a reason why they stopped letting you name your characters in RPGs.
Yes,
and I think we are the reason.
We are the horrible reason that this is a thing. To be fair. God, can I say... Okay, I don't mind Titus as Titus or whatever his name... his name is pronounced
no,
like,
not that.
That whole thing.
Okay, Cloud, Squall, Tidus. You get weather and nature effects. Tidus is just someone mispronouncing Titsi.
Wait a sec, big tough soldier. A promise is a
I pity the
promise.
fool who don't honor a promise. Here, take all payment from the promise.
Oh, cool.
You receive better stash.
Got a stash.
This is my pay, don't make me laugh.
I'll do it for 3,000. What? I don't have the funding. I can barely pay everyone else.
That money is for Marlene's schooling.
2,000. Well, guys, I think we're just gonna have to deal with, like, you know.
Let's see. Ryan Johnson says, "Play FF10. Name the Tidus Titty."
Today.
That's right. In Final Fantasy X, they never say his name in the voiceovers, so you are able to name him, and they're just like, you know,
Him. You.
Yeah.
I think they do that in FF10 too as well.
Okay.
So you never actually hear him
Yeah.
referred to outright.
I mean, there's like some Did You Know Gaming episode where it's like, in the English version, at the ending of the game, Yuna to Tidus is just like, "I love you," but in the Japanese version, it's just like, "Arigato." It's talk of double meanings, man. Are we even getting the translations, man?
All right, now
Okay, I'll explain it. You don't understand.
basically we're getting the materia thing. See, we now
This
have
is
to.
that cure that we couldn't equip earlier.
Yeah, basically.
You know the basic fundamentals: the triangle button, direction button,
Blah,
press
blah,
buttons.
blah.
It goes very fast. Help pushes the Hal
So-
Dave, press buttons.
So materia, blah blah blah, allows you to do stuff, blah blah blah.
And AJ Shim thinks that Barrett should be voiced by Uncle Ruckus.
No, God no.
Chuck Norris, now that is a real karate man right there.
Karate, I kick your ass, bitch. All right, so this is one of those things with. So remember when I was talking about Super Eye Patch Wolf earlier? This is the one thing he praises about this game. That you can basically make your own characters in your own classes, kind of, with materia.
Yeah.
Because he was able to create a character who can die, but then resurrect everyone with Phoenix, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I kind of started to notice about JRPGs, especially around this time. They broke away from the more traditional class systems and went towards making your own classes.
Yep.
And whereas I feel like Western RPGs for a long time kind of stuck to more like traditional class setups, whereas JRPGs were, for a while, they're like every character kind of represents their own class.
Yeah. But no, this one, you can really do a lot of customization, though some characters are better than others. Of course.
Yeah, well, because Cloud's always going to be very strength-focused.
Well, yeah, but a good example is, of course, Aerith, who's you want all the cure items of.
Because their innate skills will always determine what they really are.
Yeah.
Like, Aerith's Limit Break actually heals people,
Yeah.
whereas Cloud's Limit Breaks are all about big power.
All right.
Big power!
Anyway. Barrett, you literally just put the materia... God, Barrett, why do you exist? Why do I deal with you?
Molly, you go watch the store. Alright, good luck.
Oh, now we have 3.
We're gonna walk around the dang old party. We got 3 people. We got the big man, we got a girl go over here. Got the
All right,
best
let's
store over here.
let's equip in materia.
Terrier.
Barrett,
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 you're the healer. You got
the
a healing touch.
You're now the heel bitch. Congratulations.
That's right. I'm the only one here who knows how to hold down a job.
Yep, you clearly are the best one. Now we're gonna go to the shop, guys.
I'm impressed that it made it this long, but you know, before we started doing this whole thing, Dave made a joke. Or Dave just mentioned that he was going to talk about his thoughts on Final Fantasy VII before we started the stream, and I made a joke somewhere that I was going to talk about the parallel universe where the remake was of Xenogears.
Oh God, yeah, no.
And I held out this long without mentioning Xenogears.
You did. Congratulations, man. I'm
Not
proud of you.
Not completely, but like for the most part.
No, he's a huge Xeno fan.
Well, because I'm looking at this, and there's the joke that Xenogears is bizarro Final Fantasy VII, because while Final Fantasy VII uses 3D characters on 2D backgrounds, Xenogears uses 2D characters, sprites, on 3D backgrounds. And the sprites actually look a heck of a lot like Chrono Trigger, because they had the same people working on it.
Oh, yeah. No, in all seriousness, it's very...
And, you know, just personal opinion, I feel like, you know, while Final Fantasy VII is definitely great, I think Xenogears actually is more interesting. Definitely tells a more interesting story.
Dude, I think...
Because Xenogears hits on some really, like, weird, heady stuff.
Well-
Whereas Final Fantasy VII is a more kind of like, what is that save point doing?
It's hopping around.
No! Save points aren't people.
Yeah, no, save points are people now. Didn't you know?
Yeah, like, that's right, it takes a moment to read the memory card.
Yeah. There we go. And, now we're...
Let's see.
But, no, there was a lot of, like, fighting over what game would end up being the next Final Fantasy.
Let's see, Ryan Johnson says he wants a Xenogears remake. He never got past the second disc. The second disc is all there is to Xenogears.
According
You
to...
survive the wall of text, and then you get to the final boss,
According to the...
which may or may not be God, depending on what definition of God you adhere
According
to.
to the creator, like, while he is sad about how the second disc turned out, he's okay with it. He was able to tell the story he could with the limitations he did.
No, like, they have been trying to make Xenogears over and over again for the past 20-some years.
Pretty much.
Because, like, Xenosaga is kind of a prequel, and then each of the Xenoblade games is just a remake of Xenogears in their own way.
I'll say one of the big problems I had with Xenosaga is I ended up losing the manual for all the commands.
Oh, that'll do it.
And it was very hard for me to kind of get back into it after that.
It's one of those JRPGs where there's way too many stats, and so, like, if you don't understand how they work, you just kind of get destroyed in the mid to late game battles.
No, that's fair. Honestly...
Alright, you gonna keep going, or should you want to toss it up to me?
I'll toss it off to you at this point.
Alright, Hal is in control.
Like, honestly, it was good going back, though. I had fun.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to keep this going, as long as y'all are here.
Yeah. Okay, but honestly...
We do this at Hal's place, so it's kind of up to Dave when he feels like leaving.
Man, we can
When
go...
he exits into the escape pod and jettisons into space for the evening.
It's true. I have to go back to the home slash Smash for Shizzle. I don't know anymore. But let's but okay.
Should we stay in bed or?
Nah, we healed up.
We already did this.
But let's
What's our objective?
We're going to the slums next, so just talk to people.
I need to press the L button so I can talk to Mega Man and he'll tell me.
No, Mega Man won't tell you a thing.
This is not Mega Man Battle Network.
Mega Man's not going to tell you a thing, boss. He's going to be like, yo, you're not playing a Capcom game. And now I'm going to get you to the weird Capcom test of release. I already bought things.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we just have to go.
So let me explain the Capcom tests. Capcom will test your loyalty to a franchise by making you buy mediocre games so you can get the game you want.
That sounds like them.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Let's walk around these dudes.
Like, they'll be like, oh, Devil May Cry was not popular enough as we wanted it to be, so we'll give you DMC instead. And things went horribly wrong.
We're back to the train stop.
Yep, this is where you kind of want to be. Like, again...
Did those people just, like, fall over dead?
Yes, just accept it.
They drank the Kool-Aid, man. That's not cool.
No, it's clearly... No, not cool at all. And you're just gonna explore this area.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Believe in yourself.
I was reading the chat. Dave, where am I going?
Okay, relax, dude. So you go... See, you just had to get on the train.
Wait, I was supposed to do that?
Yeah.
I just saw an open door, but there was no arrow pointing to it, so I thought maybe it was a dead end.
It was an open door into love. Love is an open door, don't you know?
Hoodlums again? Nah.
All the hoodlums.
Got some, like, old-timey rail car. Railcar.
Rilka. So you say something? Yeah, some people are really... Okay. So,
You say something?
Alright, so I know some people are like, look at all the spelling errors there. I'm like, it's supposed to sound like Ebonics, guys. He has an
This
accent.
is what Japanese think of Mr. T.
Yes, clearly.
Specifically Mr. T, apparently.
Yapes!
You see the news outlets of some of the more bombings. One of the voted employees like me will go to Midgard on a day like today.
But no, like... Oh, so apparently... Look, we gotta get to the Shinra, guys. The Shinra.
Isn't there like a version where they don't, like, censor his speech like that and he just swears?
No, which is actually kind of shocking that they do, because you actually have an earlier point where he says shit.
Well, he just did.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of wondering why they're censoring it at all.
He's saying words that are even worse than that. Words that are worse than what you could imagine.
You mean... I could go on with words that are worse, but I don't want to get in worse with YouTube. So, I'm just gonna go over there and into the dark corner. Well, we can go for about 10 more minutes before I have to leave.
That's true.
That is true. But I think you can move, man.
I can move.
Yes, you can move!
Oh my god, I can move. Hey, Jiggles, how's it going? How many times have I told you I don't like being called Jiggles? Just because I jiggle all over the place.
Look, your father was a clown, your mother was a clown, and you are a clown. You're the only one who can bring smiles to the people, Jiggles.
Unidentified passengers.
Oh god, somebody had found me. My hairstyle is too
Welcome
distinctive.
to the Orwellian future.
Is it me or this cloud's hair kind of shaped like Goku's in a weird way? I hate saying that.
I have like 14 seconds to move.
Yes, you just gotta believe in yourself. Just press X, dude.
Whoa, why did they flip the run and confirm buttons because they're Japanese?
Yes!
Alright, we're clear.
Which is very confusing. I got used to it a bit with Super Robot Wars, because for a while they were doing that, and then they were like, oh, yeah, English people are playing this. Let's switch it back to X again.
I never understood why they felt the need to switch that over.
They did. T was like the one where they were like, oh, yeah, we definitely know Americans are playing this. Let's make it easier for them when they import it. If you guys don't know, recent Super Robot Wars games are released in English in other Asian territories. And believe it or not, there's ways for Americans to play them that makes it very easier.
We gotta jump on the train.
We gotta jump off the train, guys.
Come here. God, I still had to like walk up there even though I couldn't see myself.
Yeah.
Because the Blues Brothers here in my way.
Well, you know, they just came in from Earthbound. And so, you know, they had to do something after they lost that sweet job and got sued.
Jiggles, I want you to provide a safe landing from our cloud over here.
Oh. I'm not an air cushion!
You could have fooled me. So the trick over there, this Joe over there, don't get your spaggy ass hurt when you land on top of Jiggles. Alright, here I come. I'm gonna be on top of the pile.
No, Jiggles!
Alright, we made it out here. Except we had to sacrifice the fat kid to get out of here.
He will remember him.
He's just a stereotype.
Unlike me, Ballad, who's a perfect representation.
What's this way?
Magic.
Train just comes down the way and wrecks us. Speaking of trains,
It's a train. Oh, these things.
oh, we
God.
just got back attacked.
I think this is how you learn about back attack.
No, because we got back attacked earlier.
Yeah.
Alright, Jiggles, do your stuff.
Punch. Punch. I believe this slows us down.
Yeah, Caterpie used String Shot.
Yep. Punch. No! You can do it, Jiggles! Apparently bullets are the only effective way.
I think they're considered like in the back row. Or maybe because like we're all front row characters, so because it's a back attack, we're now considered back row.
Something like that.
Like all that stuff was like super technical back in the day.
Yeah, true.
But because Barrett's got a gun,
Buck can't stand guns, guys.
well, because he's got a gun, it doesn't matter if he's front row, back row. It don't matter. He just shoot you.
He's gonna shoot you in the face because he's Barrett. Alright. don't remember how this dungeon goes exactly.
It's repeating.
Something like that.
Oh god, no. Wait, if I go back this way, does it repeat still? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
You're in the Lost Woods, man.
Oh no, it's repeating. Oh no. It's repeating both ways. Oh no.
You're in the Lost Woods. You know what that means.
More jiggle combat.
All the jiggles. Don't worry, eventually Jiggles will be able to use her limit break.
She can break my limit anytime.
Play FF6, name Sabin Jiggles.
Yeah.
To be fair, Sabin does jiggle a lot.
No, man, he got the power.
But it's got the power. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're actually doing decent damage now that they're not back attacking you.
Yeah, the back attack definitely, like, reverses your party lineup. So we could keep Barrett in the back row, and he'd still do the same damage.
Pretty much.
Let's take a spider web. I don't know what that does, but I'm sure you can combine it with a trap tool to make a trap so you can capture a Rathalos.
No, what you clearly need to do is to,
There we go, he's in the back row now.
What you clearly need to do is, What you clearly need to do is lord it over Peter Parker.
Oh god, we're repeating!
Yes.
More repeating! Where were we supposed to even go when we did this?
Don't worry, eventually you'll be fine.
Is it eventually gonna loop back around?
I think it might.
We
Don't
went the
worry,
wrong
eventually.
way.
Don't...
We went the wrong way.
You're fine.
Crowd said, Shinra security guards are there. We have got to turn back. Nope, we shall go forwards. You're with Avalanche. Done, done, done.
See, it's one of the small choices you get in this game. And now you change the course of history.
Now we fight ninjas.
Red ninjas. As you can see, we're now fighting the proposed sequel to Ninja Gaiden. Red ninjas are here.
Dude, this was before, like, Ninja Gaiden Black.
Oh, well, the Ninja Gaiden on an Xbox was more what I was thinking of.
That's what I mean. Like, wasn't that Ninja Gaiden Black?
No. Ninja Gaiden Black was a later re-release?
But
Of
I
that
thought the
one?
re-release was Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
No, there was like 2 re-releases.
Oh my god, I can't keep track of all your ninjas.
I know. Look, there's a lot of ninjas in
There's
the
a
world.
lot of ninjas, okay?
No, Ninja Gaiden Black was a re-release that was harder, and Ninja Sigma Black was the later re-release of
Okay,
that.
I can't keep track of Ninja Gaiden African American.
I'm sorry. Stay here.
Oh no, we stand and fight.
We stand and fight. Fight,
how we do it.
fight, fight, fight. We stand and fight. For great justice.
Oh wait, can he can... Well, okay, fine, he can cure Jiggles. We must maintain her jiggle powers.
It's true.
Why does Crowd have all the magic on him?
Because that's how I do things. Crowd is my Mary Sue insert character.
I mean, yes, but also why?
That's how he was actually equipped. I didn't change anything.
Get him, Jiggles.
I gave Barrett the... Look, I'm the one who gave Barrett Restore. I just left everything as is on Crowd.
I just ordered them to attack Barrett, I think.
Yay, we have 2,000 gil.
Oh no, we are staying. We do not stop. We stop for nothing.
God, I wonder if you could actually, like, fully level up from just doing this constantly. How long that would take? I'm sure it has to stop at some point.
Have I just locked us into an endless loop of combat?
Possibly.
For the war that never ends.
Technically, you would be able to, at some point, just, like, considering how... I'm actually thinking, like, how much you get from a level up, and then, like, just being able to charge off of that. Well, Jiggles leveled up.
Yeah.
Yay, Jiggles!
Okay, maybe we're supposed to run.
Run.
Alright, fine. Just to not trap us into an endless loop of endlessness. So... and we immediately... We take a half step. And the Bataru
Oh, hey! You
we
got...
will go to Bakutaku. We will Bakutaku.
Bakutaku?
Bakutaku. What, we don't get like high criticals on the back attacks?
Oh no, they're just normal.
Normal rocket launchers, okay.
They're just rocket launchers, man. You know, like, remember how we faced them in Spider-Man? That was fun.
Yeah, Spider-Man fights rocket launchers all the time. I'll never forget his supervillain, the
rocket
Red
launcher.
Rocket.
Red Rocket, yum.
Yeah.
Punch him, Tifa! If they were in the back row, you motherfucker.
Jiggles.
But no, Barrett and Crowd are the ones with magic on them. Jiggles does not have magic because she
Jiggles has her own magic.
Well, Jiggles knows how to fist people.
Yay.
Yay!
I just kind of wondered why they didn't use the in-battle models just for the whole game. Because they actually had to create multiple models.
It's not just the models, it's also this matte painting effect thing.
Yeah, I guess.
The reason why is because these models are actually better for contrasting against the screen.
Yeah, Popeye arms over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I know some people are like, but no, this was...
Alright, am I supposed to run up north or go back down to where I was?
Go north, go north.
Alright, we have to like north our way all the way around.
Yep.
Across this rapidly repeating screen.
Yes.
So if I hit select,
you gotta go north.
If I hit select, it turns off the thing.
You gotta go north. It's a terrible movie, but you have to do it.
North. Yes, that's right. Continue further.
You gotta deal with Jason Alexander being a terrible parent.
Ever before.
I can't believe I'm making reference to that fucking movie, but I am.
I don't even know what movie you're making reference to. That's how bad it is.
So, North was a really terrible movie by the guy who made Princess Bride and a couple other famous ones.
Okay.
It's really awful, but it's a really weird fucking movie.
Ordering everyone to attack over and over again reminds me of when I was back in the Golden Sun run, where I built everyone to be physical attackers. It surprisingly worked.
Huh. I could see that actually kind of working out in the end. Though, man, Golden Sun, man, that game series...
Golden Sun was so good.
That game series should have gone further than it did, but it didn't because frickin' they were lazy as bums.
I mean, I always figured they were overly ambitious in the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, but they were able to do it at least. Okay, kind of. I mean, it was overly...
Jiggles, limit break.
Yeah! Beat Rush.
Yeah, that was some good jiggling action.
Yep. But, you know... Does Barrett... Oh, no, Barrett does not level up.
Ballot doesn't level up. Ballot didn't get to vote.
No.
There's a ballot.
Oh, God. What horrible name did...
You picked horribleness.
We're at peak horrible, guys.
We have achieved peak horrible. Yeah, like,
I learned it from watching you.
like 1 in the morning over here.
Well, at the very least, I want you all to know you're my friends. Maybe I don't know.
Friends.
But
16.
47.
Yeah. Their placement's kind of like staggered on the field, and I wonder if that indicates the row that they're in. I don't even know.
That guy's in the back row because he was kind of in the middle in the back, so...
Yeah, that was definitely a back row guy. But do Does the row no longer count
it-
once you've destroyed the guys that are in the front row?
No, it does count, actually.
So, like, back row still counts.
Yeah. That's just always been the case in Final Fantasy. Do you know some people were really pissed off by dropping the party members slots down to 3?
Oh, yeah, they used to have 4.
Yeah, they had 4. They had 4 since the first one.
Really? Like, that was a brand new thing?
Yeah,
party
this was...
members?
Yeah, this... And old school fans were pissed about this.
Oh, hey, it's a laser wall. You know, I feel like fighting the wall of people was better than fighting the wall of lasers.
You apparently can't go any further.
Well, then,
Hold it.
gotta go over here. Mr. T's, there's one damn hole. You tell me to squeeze into that to get to the plate? No way! You'll cry.
Look inside closely.
I don't feel comfortable with Jiggles helping me look closely inside of holes.
Look, we gotta make sure Jiggles doesn't get stuck. If you know
Well,
what
it's
I
either
mean.
Mr. T's broad shoulders or Jiggles over here. Into the garbage chute, flyboy.
Well, yep, clearly. Go down. Go down. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. And there's a potion. Oh, ether.
Now I know how a TV dinner feels.
Yay! God, I love the look of the paint of this whole thing.
That's what's kind of interesting is, so these are like 3D models that they've rendered out into 2D backgrounds.
Yep.
And I kind of wonder if they didn't have those hanging around at some point so they could actually continue to use them.
Nope, they got rid of them all and they had to be rebuilt from scratch.
Like, do you know that, or is that...
Yes! That's been confirmed.
Alright, you have said that with authority.
I'm not kidding. There's a PC version where they basically were like, oh yeah, just give us all the stuff, assets. And Square Enix threw them out, along with possibly FF8.
I heard that about Final Fantasy VIII, yeah.
Yeah, the reason they didn't get a remaster was because apparently Square just wasn't in the
They
mind of
lost
saying
it.
this shit. They were just like...
Game preservation is a very tricky business.
Honestly, if it was like a major part of your franchise, I would save it. Like, you know, it's not like, I don't think...
Well, let's think of it for a second. You know, way back in the day, when Nintendo was making Super Mario Brothers, they might not have realized what a, you know, medium-defining work of art they were creating at the time.
You're not wrong on this case, but even Falcom was able to save the Yi series. That thing got ported to hell and back, man. And they're not nearly as big as Square.
I was gonna say, one of our friends who's so into that, I have had the pleasure of seeing him at his most drunken state, and I have learned many things about yeast and Trails in the Sky that I never thought I would know.
Trails in the Sky is good shit, man. It's an look on. Okay, if you're gonna get into Trails in the Sky, play the first one and play it all the way to the end. I actually have to say that. Because it doesn't seem like it's substantial until then. But it's a really good game. I like it a lot. The characters are lovely people. Seriously, Trails in the Sky is good stuff, my dudes.
My dude.
My dudes.
My
My
dudes.
space dudes.
Space Cadets.
Space Cadets, listen, Space Cadets. Trails in the Sky is a good RPG series. Or the Trails series. I don't know. It's a good series.
There was like a magical golden age of JRPGs somewhere around like the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, it actually fits into that one since it was actually made in 2004. It's like, when I got a chance to play it, it was like playing a lost classic. God.
Because it was a long time ago. I was in college, and I knew a guy, and he was like the JRPG guy, and had played like everything, and so he was all about all those things.
There's something on the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a potion.
I got a potion.
Yeah, see? This is why you listen to me. I noticed that shit,
Oh,
man.
you noticed that she...
Yeah. You might notice I'm possibly drunk. Learn to accept this.
Okay, the directions were reversed, and so I crawled back out of the air duct.
You gotta move it towards you. Move it towards you.
No, I actually have to press up to move forwards.
It's the inverted access.
Yeah, it's inverted access, yeah. We inverted the whole controls, I hope you like it. We came back out over here.
Good job.
Are you serious?
Good job, bro. Good job.
But we came out on the same side of the hair. It does not make the sense.
You just gotta
I
learn to
bolt
accept
you. I should have hit up Jiggles with an attack materia.
Yeah, well, we didn't have enough material at the time. We'll get more material later.
We got lots of materia now.
Maybe.
Get him, Mr. T.
Mr. T believes in
He
himself.
pities the foo. It's a learning opportunity. Mr. T pities the foo because they are ignorant, but he's gonna educate them.
He's gonna educate some fools tonight.
Remember those like old like PSAs that were like, "Stay in school, kids."
Yep.
I was gonna say we've gone long enough and had enough to drink to be like, don't stay in school.
Look, honestly, I would say stay in school if you have good options for it. If you don't, get out in the world and explore and see your options out. Because you might find something
Because I've
better.
been seeing some YouTube videos lately that have been kind of discussing how these days school has largely become a like brainwashing camp.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a brainwashing camp, but I would say that it really shouldn't be.
Alright, so Cloud is electric type.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take away his ice type. And we're gonna give that to... take that away from... Yeah, he's got that. Gonna give her Restore, because she's the staff chick. Minus the staff.
You horrible monster. How could you make my perfect plan? I guess.
Actually, no, wait. Barrett, you, yeah, Restore is actually good on him because she can be ice cold and he can be lightning hot.
Yeah.
And together they make warm water for coffee.
Yay! We're Team Coffee now.
Yeah, kohi kapu. Fill up my kohi kapu. Alright, I don't get why we went in a big circle just then.
Life is the circle.
The circle of life?
I'm sorry.
Put
You-
your heart in me.
You
But you failed.
Well, she made a fake ID card and she was too good.
You said that we were 21, but we were really only 21.
Hey, save point. I think it's about time we actually end it here tonight, guys. Well, after this battle.
We must test my new battle loadout.
Yep. Cleo? Yeah, he has to prove Team Coffee will survive.
Oh, you bet Team Coffee will survive.
I kind of wish we kind of did this a little earlier instead of just doing that, but, you know, this was fun.
I mean, this was our filler when we decided to keep going after we had already done the demo twice.
Yeah, true.
Because the demo was... It was demo length.
Honestly,
If you can get an hour out of a demo and get a full mission out of it, that's
honestly,
pretty
it
good.
was better than Final Fantasy Lightning Returns.
I believe you.
You have no idea how true that
We got
freaking
a
is.
tent.
Yep. One of the most useful items in Final Fantasy. Especially if you're near save point. Load, you slut! And now we're slightly further than you.
Yeah, we are. I don't remember what I was doing anywhere with that.
We are now more mature.
Somewhere I've got my original save data, and I don't know where.
Well, I think we gotta end it here tonight, guys, but it was great for everyone joining us. I really appreciate the comments. I hope you all had fun tonight.
Thanks for joining in, Space Cadets. And we hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and see you later on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
Night.